This is the city of Absalom, the city at the center of the world. Absalom is celebrating the Radiant Festival, a 3-month festival of epic proportions held once every 100 years. The celebration attracts all types: tourists, performers, merchants, inventors, as well as unsavory types, petty thieves, gangs, cults, and criminal enterprises. That's where we come in. We protect and serve. We are the Agents of Edgewatch.
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat, Agents of Edgewatch. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's episode, the agents have finally caught up to Mr. Hendrid Pratchett, and oh boy, it's going to be an epic battle. So a couple things this week. First of all, I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but I'm glad it did. There are a million references to my favorite movie of all time, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Okay, maybe my top 5 movies of all time. Anyhow, if none of you have ever seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show, well, it's actually not that great. If you watch it as a movie, it's okay. But if you watch it as intended, at midnight with actors and everything, it is incredible. For those who have no idea what I'm talking about, probably the only time you can see this is in the movie Fame. They reference the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And back in the day, mostly the 80s and part of the 90s, you can actually watch college kids reenact the Rocky Horror Picture Show during the movie. And there's all these callbacks and call-outs. In fact, there's a version you can get where you can actually hear the audience while watching the show. And if you want to get it, I strongly recommend you find it, download it, listen to it. The songs in the show are absolutely incredible. Meatloaf is beyond phenomenal in that movie, and there's a billion quotable lines. Oh, and Tim Curry is like at his peak Tim Curryness. That is actually what put him on the map, is that movie. Anyhow, amazing movie, incredible musical. I love it, and we reference it a million times this week. However, that's not the main story. The main story this week is that we are finally getting to the end of this book, and there's only one room left, so it's not a spoiler that they are finally meet the big bad boss and fight him. So one thing I wanted to talk about this week is how to deal with big bad boss encounters. Because big bad bosses is an art. You need to make sure that your PCs remember that fight. You have to make sure that that is a epic, memorable fight. And for those of you who know me, I always make these fights epic. In fact, anyone listen to Dead Sun, the last epic encounter, it took us like 2 months of real time to finish that encounter. Now, that was the most epic encounter we ever had. And multiple podcast episodes, because that final battle was that monstrously, incredibly epic. Now, you don't need to spend 2 months on a big bad boss like this. This is the end of a chapter boss, not the end of a entire adventure path boss. That's a whole other story. But for now, let's just concentrate on how do you make these fights epic. So first things first, the trick I want to give anyone out there, whether you're a brand new GM or a long-time GM, is try to break up your epic final battles into stages. You should have at least 2, if not 3 or more stages within a final battle. That is what makes it memorable, because if they just go in, fight the boss, and it's over, it's like, big deal. But if you go in, you fight the boss, and there's like an initial battle, and then there's a stage 2, and then a stage 3, and so on, it's very memorable because you remember, like, okay, we were in there, we started to get comfortable with the battle, and then it changed. And it became like stage 2, and then like the battlefield and the conditions change. And whenever that happens, it forces the PCs to be on their toes. That's basically what you want to do. You got to keep the PCs moving, you got to keep the battle moving. You don't want it to become a slugfest, which these can very quickly turn into, so you often have to just have multiple stages in mind. And it's pretty easy to do. You just write out, like, in your mind, what you want to do. And this battle kind of already had stages built into it. You'll see when you listen to the show this week. But the good thing is that final bosses often are very complex, often have multiple attacks, and have multiple ways to attack the PCs. You can actually use the stats of the actual boss to figure out the stages. If that doesn't work, use the environment. And that's something I like to do a lot, because people always forget about the environment, and the environment as well, just the room itself. The room can be interacted with in a whole bunch of different ways, and that is one of the best ways to start messing up or making the encounter more memorable. Is that, okay, you're fighting me? Well, now this is going to change, like whether the room shifts or pits appear or things start to teleport in, or who knows, the roof collapses. There's a lot of things that can happen that can make the fight extremely memorable. One of my favorite encounters of all time is during a big bad boss encounter that I had with these PCs who really thought they knew what they were doing. Is they were fighting the big bad boss. They were having a really great time. They had their party separated out where the spellcasters were in the back and the fighters were in the front. And then all of a sudden, right in the middle of a battle, a boulette, which is kind of like a rhinoceros that lives underground, and it came out from underneath the earth right behind the magic users. And suddenly the entire tempo of the battle changed, where they're like, oh great, the big bad boss is all the way on the other side of the room where all the fighters are, and now there's this gigantic, huge creature that's extremely deadly that is right next to the magic users. The party has to figure out, okay, what to do, how to handle this, and it just totally messed up their tactics. And again, you always know when you have an epic battle, this doesn't work when you're online. But I can tell you, when everyone is standing up at the table, that is the sign of success. And during that battle, I remember everyone was standing. Like, everyone started sitting down, but by the end of the battle, everyone is standing up, everyone's looking over and excited. And that is the number one way. I don't know why it is, but if you see people standing at the table, then you know that you are running an epic battle. That is the telltale sign. The other thing is just prepare. Like, you just got to make sure you prepare, and over-prepare. You need to go pretty quick. You don't want to sit there and delay and take a lot of time and start reading it, because then you sort of mess up the flow. You want in epic battles to go quick. And quick can be relative, because in real time, this battle or this room, it took us 3 hours to do, which actually for us is quick. I've had epic battles, as I said, that take 2 months. 2 months! Imagine that. Of course, that was a 35 round epic battle with something like 10 stages to it. So, of course, it was going to take a long time. But yeah, don't feel bad if you have to make this go on for more than 1 or 2 weeks. That's fine, as long as everyone's having fun. I would just make sure you take copious notes and that you keep everything intact during the battle so that you can actually pick it up where you last left off. What I do for my online battles is I actually take screenshots to make sure, just in case the board resets or something happens. So I take a lot of screenshots, I write down a lot of notes. And then finally, you can do things like have music or have smoke effects. I've seen people do that a lot, is where they'll actually have thematic things happen if you're doing it in person. So there's a lot of ways to make these battles epic, but just pull out all the stops. Do everything you can. This is the one that you want people to remember. This is the one you want people to go back and say, oh yeah, I don't remember fighting skeletons for the 587th time. But you want them to remember when they brought down that boss, that not only was it a battle and it was really hard won, but there was a lot of things that the PCs had to overcome. That is really where the secret is that all these challenges are things the PC overcome. And if they think to themselves, first there was this, and then there was this, and then this happened, and then this happened, and we overcame all of them, and we won in the end. And you know what? They might not even be that hard. Like, maybe the cave-in was thematic, and it doesn't actually do that much damage. that's okay. People will remember the cave-in, or they'll remember people teleporting in to support the bad guy. Or you remember a bad guy smashing through the wall like Kool-Aid Man to help support the big bad boss, or coming up under the floor. And maybe they're easy to defeat. That's not the point. The point is to reward the PCs, to make them feel like they're badasses and they just encountered and defeated the strongest boss ever in the world. So make sure you do that. Anyhow, with that, let's get to show notes. So RPG Superstar, I just got a whole bunch of content that was written by Mark Stifer. It is awesome. That is for the second part of the book. I got pages from him, like 25 plus pages of content. It is awesome. We're going through it. We're refining it. We have about 70% of the monsters done. So we are flying. I have all the final artists finishing up theirs. I have the editors finishing it up, and we're starting to lay out the book, so it is looking good. We are targeting to try to get this out and finished by Gen Con at the latest. So we will see. There's one thing is that I'm not trying to rush the book. I want it to be as good as possible. So one thing I do notice is that I do have a lot of Paizo people working on this product, and one thing is Paizo people write with no fat. If you've ever noticed Paizo products, they write as efficiently as possible. And one thing is when you write as efficiently as possible, you get no fat on your writing. It is like unbelievable how well they write. They don't have a single sentence that you need to cut out. And I actually told them, put fat back in, put in lots of examples, make sure you expand upon things. You don't need to write, like if I give you 25 pages, you don't actually have to fit it in 25 pages. I actually have a lot of flexibility in this book. So if we need another, 16 pages, I'll give them another 16 pages. So I'm making sure that they spend a lot of time to expand upon the new rules, to give as much space as they need. And most importantly, I'm giving tons and tons of examples of these new rules, because that's one thing I always find lacking in pretty much anyone's books. The only ones that even come close to doing this correctly are usually game manuals for board games. Those are my favorites. They always give lots of examples, and I can never get enough of those. So I'm going to put in lots and lots of examples of how to use all the new rules that we're adding into the system. So be on the lookout for that. Don't forget, do check out the Patreon if you want to join for as little as $5 a month. Get all the episodes early. You get to watch us live. We usually record on Sunday nights and Monday nights. So if you want to check that out, just go to patreon.rollforcombat.com. And then finally, if you want, you can also join us, play games, check out spoilers, talk about each episode, and most importantly, I put in all the maps and I put in all the images from each episode so you can actually picture and see what is going on. You definitely want to check out the maps because some of these encounter areas are gigantic. And this way you can actually see. And if you ever have any questions, just let me know. If you want to say, hey, Steve, in episode 23, where was that fight? And I will show you where that was in the map. Just let me know. Go to discord.rollforcombat.com and check that out. Anyhow, with that, let's get to this week's exciting episode. Last we left off, you were walking around the basement, finding food for Sharky because, well, that's what you do now. You are in charge of getting Sharky dinner. You're also in charge of actually looking for things, to pin against the proprietors of this hotel, aka the Murder Hotel, against Hendrid Pratchett. He's probably down here somewhere. You've been in every single room of this hotel, every single nook and cranny, and there's only one room left, and that's probably where he is. Or not. Maybe he's down in the pit. Maybe he's hanging out with the ochre jelly in the other pit. I mean, you have two pits. You got the ochre jelly pit, and you got the pit filled with spikes and gore and pieces of body. So he could be down there. One of you or two of you might want to go down and check. But this week, we have a new special guest playing Sharky, because Sharky is never the same person twice. Now we have Who is playing Sharky this week? I'll let them introduce themselves. It's more fun.
Hello, I am Vanessa Hoskins. You may know me from such podcasts as Three Ring Adventure or The Fall of Plaguestone. And this week, I'm going to be playing Sharky.
And Sharky, let's see. Sharky is walking through the dungeon, hang out with Gomez, and then all of a sudden, you see a flash of energy go through Sharky, and Sharky seems to morph into different shapes and changes. And then you hear a different voice come out from Sharky, and Gomez is like, that's cool. What just happened?
Goodness, Sharky, you've
Hello.
changed.
Seth Lipton is playing Gomez, a goblin elementalist sorcerer.
Yeah, I could really use some
Yeah.
food. Give me some food. Isn't there someone around here I can eat?
There's many people around here that you can eat. There's actually leftovers from last time. You must work up a huge appetite, changing from one thing to another.
It does burn.
What are you now? Like, what, I don't even recognize that type of piece of furniture that you are now. What are you?
Oh, and all of a sudden, she pops out
Oh,
several
cool.
drawers, and you realize she's one of those armoires with all the secret compartments all over the place. And she
Oh my god,
has,
that's great.
Yeah, and she has like these very
Nice.
fancy sort of embellishments that look almost like gold inlay and such all over it. And she looks very expensive.
So it's like an inspector. It was like one of those like 17th century Inspector Gadget type desks, where it's like,
Yes.
it's like you pull out a drawer, and then all of a sudden there's an area to write on because it all unfolds out into a thing and has a pen and paper set.
Exactly. And then there's
Oh my
like
God, that's
secret
awesome.
drawers where there's like a carving of like a woman holding up a loaf of bread, but the bread is actually a button and you press it and like a drawer on the side pops open. Yeah, she's one of those.
Nice.
Chris Beamer is playing Lo Mang, an orc tiefling monk of the crane style.
It's pretty cool, like a puzzle box.
John Statz is playing Cadet Dougie McDougal, a human ruffian rogue.
Like a puzzle box.
And as far as your personality, you seem already so much easier to deal with this week. I don't know what it is. I love the change.
Oh, thanks.
It's very becoming.
Sharky had anger issues last week.
Jason McDonald is playing Basil Blackfeather, a Tengu empiricist investigator.
Oh, I get that every once in a while, but sometimes I just like to go with the flow and give me some food.
Well, luckily, let's go back and explain this room you're in. You're in this room, and there's a large pit on the eastern side in the stone floor, and it's filled with metal spikes. And above the pit hangs a large metal sculpture of a mask with one starburst eye. And directly above the pit, you see an opening into a dark shaft leading upward. You imagine that's where some of the pit traps within the hotel lead, and they go into the spiked pit. And you see a red rug positioned along the pit's western rim, a wooden lectern, as well as a large book. And if you remember, this is the book that's made of human skin, because why not?
Ew. I mean, yum.
And in it, seemed to be dedicated to some god called Norgarbur? I don't know.
Norgorber, yeah.
Yeah, Norgarbur.
I could go for a Norgarbur right now.
Norgarbur sandwich.
Cheese and bacon.
Grover Norquist.
Mm-hmm. And particularly seems to be some Father Skinshaw. Seems to be a little bit of hero worship in there, and some details of the murders and dedicating them to Father Skinshaw.
And as a matter of police work, I believe it was basically a confession in book form.
Yes.
Because it had details of all the crimes.
Correct. And by the way, inside the pit, there are lots of pieces of, people. There's gore.
Oh.
There's stuff all around that pit. So if Sharky is feeling adventurous, Sharky can go into the spiked pit and try to lick the... it's like licking the batters. Getting the,
Yeah, you're licking the spoons, yeah.
it's like licking the spoons. In this case, it's licking the sharp implements and getting the gore off.
Sharky slowly bounces up to the pit and starts, like a very large eyeball appears in the middle of this armoire. And she starts looking around. She sees this pit, like just completely wreathed in spikes, and it looks like these two like orange burning braziers to either side. She goes, It kind of looks like my old mom. Well, I'm not want to steal food from Mom. And she starts just like bouncing away.
He's a rolling boulder.
Your mom was a spike pit, and your dad was like
God,
My mother was a very large mimic. She had grown to quite an old age and grown quite large, and she would often disguise herself as a spiked pit, looking very similar to that. And different Darklands creatures. I remember these ones that would light up when you would eat them. A nice light dinner. Nice light snack.
We might have some leftover pickled punk in the other room if you're still hungry.
I love pickles. How did you know I loved pickles? Don't you know every mimic loves pickles? It's kind of a trope.
Well, these are pickled punks. They're actually pickled aberrations that are undead. But they're
Perfect.
edible.
Wait, I lost. I which way is it? Is it back this way?
No, don't go through there. Don't open that door.
those double doors they can open. That goes back.
Oh, that's right.
You actually there were 6 pickled punks, and you ate, well, all 6 of
Oh,
them.
they're all eaten.
They're all gone. They're all gone.
I think everything
Oh.
might have been eaten along the way.
Yeah, well, the only thing that was left is the whites, because even Sharky found them kind of gross. They were, they didn't taste so good. They
So good.
oh my god. Yikes.
But I am curious. It's like you got me thinking now, because there are trappers and lurkers above. Are they all part of the mimic family?
They wish.
They were the embarrassing cousins.
Was your great uncle removed a lurker above? And that would be funny if you were like, well, yeah, they're like the black sheep of the mimic family. You don't talk about them.
It's like my mother was a trapper and my father was a lurker above because opposites attract.
Of the Connecticut lurker aboves, we don't speak of them.
Pure blood mimic here. None of those imitation
Oh, God.
Darklands monsters.
No roper in your family?
No. Please. We are artistes. Only the finest ambush predators in our family. Our disguises are impeccable. Mwah. And she does a chef's kiss with one of the drawers.
I mean, technically, a mimic is an aberration, right?
Excuse me, what did you just call me?
Smile when you say that.
What did you just call me?
I mean, an aberration, no? Isn't that what?
That is the most rude thing I have heard. What were we doing here? Oh yeah, we were looking for food.
I was gonna say he's a tiefling. You don't have to take that from him.
Yeah, I know. Seriously.
Look who's talking. You're
An
half
orc
tiefling, half orc. You're like,
Wow.
I don't know who's weirder. What's your charisma again? I hate to break it to
Yeah.
you. You have an 8 charisma. The mimic has a
Yeah.
10 charisma. So
Ha!
look who's talking,
Yeah.
Mr. Aberration.
To a mimic, we are actually disabled. To a mimic, we are the aberration. It's like we're stuck in one form. It's like a broken mimic
Mhm.
that can't transform.
Yep.
Could you imagine
they must pity us. You must
You're
Sharky
solid.
pity us.
You're a
You're
solid,
solid. Yep.
being the same your entire life? How monotonous. I pity all of you.
That's why we invest so much in fashion. That's why we get tattoos and all this
That
stuff. It's
makes
like we have to make up for it.
sense. Always trying to change yourselves.
We're trying to pretend to be mimics.
Everyone really wants to be a mimic. That's the lesson we've learned here today. That
little
and
bit.
I need food. I have only eaten at least 6 creatures today. Obviously, I need more.
Yeah, is that a large door or is that a double door?
I have a suspicion that beyond that large door over there,
Ooh.
food, banquet.
Probably.
This door?
It is a large door. It's
Oh.
like one of those bank vault
Oh.
doors. And you realize this thing was made not for people to get in easily. Large metal door that has a nice thick lock on it.
Have we searched this room for valuables? I can't remember if we did that.
Yeah. You searched a little bit.
We got the book.
That's right.
You got the book, and there obviously
What about the mask?
was this mass to Norgabur, specifically Father Skinshaw, up on the wall. And Father Skinshaw is basically, Basil knows this, that Father Skinshaw is basically an aspect of Norgabur, and it's the most disgusting and violent one. it's an aspect where people worship Norgabur, who is the god of like death and murder. And this aspect is mostly for serial killers and murderers who find people worthy of killing and torturing in their god's name. That's the quick and dirty version of it. But it's like, oh, yeah, you hear this evil god? Well, there's 3 aspects to this evil god, and this is the worst aspect of the 3 horrible aspects. So there you go.
Now, I seem to recall there was like a piece of treasure or something like that we'd have to get to by like climbing above the pit or something.
It was a mask, I think.
Was it the mask?
Yes, there's a mask above the pit.
Oh, that's...
And it's a sculpture of a mask with 1 starburst eye, which is the Norgabur symbol, by the way.
Weren't we going to mage hand that or some use magical thing?
That's how you know who it is. So
I think... So didn't you say you were going to...
I don't think anyone has mage hand. Is the
That's
problem.
right. I thought it was some...
Nah, I could press it. Did you say like a handkerchief off a table? Like I can't get something like that. But the thing I was gonna do is I was gonna summon an elemental to get it there. I was gonna summon an air elemental to fly up and get it for us.
Right. Well, if you want, I mean, it's up to you. You do have that spell, even though you said you would, quote, never use it.
No. It was like never use it in combat. Specifically, this is exactly the type of thing that I got it for. It was exactly this type of thing. You know,
But
you
you could use it for healing, though, right?
Yeah, that's right. We were going to get this on the way out.
The trade-off is if we're going to need that extra healing slot.
I knew we came up to some decision.
Yeah, I would say that someone could just climb and get it. I mean, that...
I don't know. Is it within Sharky's reach?
Yeah. It's not going anywhere.
Can you reach?
Sharky, you can't elongate yourself into like a lamppost or something and go get it, can you?
No.
I have to remain a medium creature who breaks the 4th wall.
Well, now it's like now we all have our limitations. I must maintain. Nice. I must be a small creature. We all have our crosses to bear.
Someday I will eat enough snacks that I will finally become large.
That's right. The greater mimic. That's what the greater mimics do. Everyone has to aspire to something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the one thing I was going to suggest is I could take a crack at it because I am, in fact, a bird. So if I fall, I won't take any damage. So that would be fairly low risk. On the other hand, if I fall in the pit, I also might have trouble getting out of the pit.
Yeah.
We have rope.
And there's spikes.
And it's probably like 90% chance, knowing how we roll.
If it's not going anywhere...
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, why don't we just leave it for now?
Yeah, like why take that 10% chance that it's going to electrocute you?
All right. Yep. So, all right. So there's 1 door left, 1 room left. Let's see.
I've lost 4 hit points in my con.
Everyone is more or less healed, except Lomang is down 1 hit point.
That's right.
Can you survive with 1 hit point down?
Yeah, he's lost 1.
I don't know. Maybe
4.
not.
True.
And I can't get it back.
Because
I can't get it back. That's how bad it is.
Dougie is drained 1.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sorry.
And and your fort save went down 1 too because you're drained, baby.
Yeah.
It is galling because right now you are the equivalent of a marginally suboptimal version of you. Like somebody didn't know what they're doing when they're making their character. That's what you're playing right now.
Basil would like to get a move on because he's taken notice of the fact that the hungry mimic has sidled up to next to him and seems to be waving its a drawer or 2 in his general direction. So perhaps we need to get the mimic fed.
Yeah.
Those feathers are tasty.
Put the lotion in the basket. No, put the feather in the casket. There you go.
Well, I'm going to use my thief tools.
Okay.
Basil's in fact going to hide behind Lomag.
Oh my god! Oh wait! Dougie's playing D&D.
No,
Hold
I'm
on.
just going to
Dougie's
see
playing
if
Adventure.
it's trapped.
Hold on.
So hey.
So you're opening. You're
Okay, I don't
picking
make
locks.
Any of these
Yes.
rolls. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Feathers are really good.
I do the roll. You look at the door, and you get a +1 to pick locks and disable device because you have the Infiltrator Thieves tools. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, the hotel key doesn't like...
You A, do not think this is trapped, but B, believe it is locked.
Skeleton key.
And
Yeah, we figured
do
that.
not
Okay,
think you have
so
the key to
you guys
this
ready?
one.
I'm gonna just like open this up and see if there's any food in here for Sharky before we leave this hotel.
no, none of the keys match up.
Yeah, he wants to be in the front. Gomez, get you need to be closer. You need to.
Absolutely.
Gomez, is that where you want to be standing, or
Yeah.
really?
You're like 25 feet away.
You guys will be fine. You guys will be fine.
Gomez is
God.
like in 3 rooms over. Gomez is going to go hang out with the ogre jelly, man. God, you're so far away. It's really far away.
I'm going to take another rifle through the book and make sure the key's not like hidden in the book or anything like that.
Oh, good idea. You go through the book, and you also had all those papers you got from the desk. You didn't see any keys, and you don't see anything that could open this up. I mean, it looks like this is a unique key,
Well, that's where he's probably keeping his food, so that's why we have to get in here.
and it kind of makes sense. This is probably his private sanctuary that he doesn't want anyone to go into, ever.
All right, so I'm gonna open up the. I'm gonna try to pick this lock. Is that something you roll? Okay.
It's probably where he's keeping something.
Thievery.
You roll. Thievery +1. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. 19 +1, 20. Click.
Well, I'm opening it.
It opens.
Nice job, thief.
Yeah, why not?
Well, you didn't open the door yet. You unlocked it.
Unless, of course, he wants us coming in.
Are you going to open up the door?
Oh
Is
God.
everyone ready?
Not
Yes.
really, but okay.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Wait. Hold on. Okay, now I'm ready.
Get over here.
Oh!
You're the point man.
Move to the other side of the room, don't you?
Gomez, get over here. We gotta get you in range.
Get back
Behind
there.
Gomez. You're like,
No.
you can use Gomez as a goblin shield. There you go.
Exactly.
I'm fine right here. When the big blast of fire or whatever knocks you all down, then I heal you and get you all back up. And that's my job. So I'll be right over here.
We see in the room there's nothing but friendly people in the room. Come on, Gomez. We need an interpreter.
You go get yourself killed. I'll get you back on your feet. That's
All right.
how this works.
Standard.
You open up the door.
I can yell from here if that's necessary.
You open up the large door. It opens up very smoothly on its well-oiled hinges. Inside, you see a large metal dissection table with attached catchment basins stands in the center of the room, with a half-flayed human corpse splayed out on top of it. A large desk in an alcove to the southwest is piled high with bottles, embellics, and other glassware half full of variously colored liquids and powders. Next to it stands in a child-sized bed, its comforter pink and embroidered with happy-looking frogs. Next to the western wall, a stove with a small mound of coals. Burning inside keeps the large cauldron warm. You also see in front of you 2 creatures. You see Hendrik himself, all the way on the other side of the room, all the way to the west, a good, 40 feet to the west of the room, near his bed, behind the slab. He is... Here, let me show you what it looks like. Give me a second.
I'm not sure I want to see.
You probably don't.
Just gonna be awful.
I'm getting a Rocky Horror Picture Show vibe. Is it Tim Curry?
I hope so.
I hope so too. Tim Curry's the best.
Sharky got excited about the desk.
There. He, as you know, is a very handsome half-elf.
My God, it is Tim Curry.
He kind of does. He's wearing a very nice brown suit, double-breasted. He has a very large cane. Which...
Oh my God, sword cane, sword fight.
duel.
Sword cane, that's correct. It does look like a sword cane. In front of the slab, right near Lomang, you see...
Come up to the lab and see what's on the slab.
That's right. You see a rather strange undead. It appears as if an incorporeal spirit of 2 children holding hands are right in front of you. there seems to be a little girl and a little boy. They are holding hands. They're obviously ghosts and incorporeal, and they appear ready to defend their father. Something else that happens. You smell an overwhelming stench of... Is that oil you smell? Oh, yes. You smell oil. A lot of oil coming from this room. What that means? Who knows?
Roll for combat!
Now, something's going to happen here. Let's go through it. First thing that happens is as you open up the room, you see the ghost in both a female and male voice, each of them talking individually. These must be kids, maybe like 10, 12 years old. And they say, "Must protect new father. Yes, new father loves us." So you hear them like saying really creepy stuff like that.
Come play with us forever and ever and ever.
Are the kids speaking in sing-song harmony?
Yes.
That is creepy.
Yes.
That is creepy. Yeah. Oh my god. There's twins.
They're twins. No, they're not twins, but they are. They are twins. They're twins.
My god.
I was wrong.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're twins, but it's a male and female children.
I think he corrected that.
That would be Bashar and Nita, probably.
You would be correct. In fact, Basil sees them, and after reading the descriptions of the experiments in the other rooms and seeing the childlike bed, he managed to put two and two together and realized that Hendrik managed to successfully do one of his experiments, which was turning a pair of twins into undead companions. I guess he was jealous of Roslow's dead sister, and he wanted his own little child.
Wait. So my little lawbreaker badge is exploded from that because what I hear is murder, infanticide because it's children, and slavery because after killing them, he then enslaves them.
You hear that
And
correctly?
like that is a profound level of child abuse. That is off the charts.
It's off the charts.
Even death is not a release
Right.
for them.
And skull
No.
truancy as well.
This guy is he's as bad as they come. This guy is evil with a capital E.
Yeah, they should be in school.
Yeah, as he sees you, he's like, "Oh, my favorite Edgewood agents. Have you come to see the sights? Come in. Explore the lab. See what's on the slab." Sharky, you're up.
The first thing Sharky's going to do is take a jump to the left and then move 30 feet up into the room right next to these little childlike ghosts. And she starts bouncing up and down. Can I eat them? Can I eat them? They look gooey.
You're done, because Sharky can only move 10.
That's right. I realize that.
They're very slow. Hendrik goes. Hendrik sees Sharky and says, "Oh, Sharkarok, you disappoint me. You have put in with these lowlives?
They feed me better.
Then suffer the same fate as them."
Sharkercock, thank you very much.
Sharkarok. I can't even say it. I made it. He will...
Sharkercock.
Sharkarok.
Sharkercock.
30 feet. Oh, look who's
That sounds
too
very
far
dirty.
away.
Sharky's kind of plucky now.
I know. This is a plucky Sharky.
I have plans.
Hendrik casts a spell
Oh,
at
no.
Sharky. Give me a fortitude save.
I don't want to do that. All right.
Wow,
28.
28!
8.
Oh, lordy, is that a success? Let's
Mhm.
see. Is it a... It's actually not as much of a success.
Mm.
Well, you get hit squarely in the face,
Ow!
or drawers, with Ray of Enfeeblement.
Yikes.
You are enfeebled 1. Dun, dun, dun!
Aw. That's no fun.
And he's got 1 action left. What the heck can he do with 1 action?
Just a little closer.
Damn these wizards.
Come here so I can eat you.
He casts shield.
Hey, I recognize that trick.
We got undead, Gomez. Save us. Tell us what to
Gomez,
do.
you're way in the... You don't hear... You hear this, but you see nothing. You see nothing.
Oh boy! If it wasn't for I'm God, it's like I have such a soft spot in my heart now for the piece of furniture that I do not now want to put a flaming sphere in that oil-smelly room. So instead, I will move to where I can see what's going on, and oh god, that's poor thing. It's like the thing to do is focus
That's what I'm
fire on
thinking.
the boss and take him out, because I bet if we could get him, the rest will vanish on their own. But my good not using resources attack is against undead, so I'm going to do the opposite of the smart thing. I'm going to disrupt undead on one of them. How about the one that is on Sharky? Sharky, get off of my Sharky! Cast disrupt undead.
It's only one. It's one undead, but it's holding hands. But it's actually only one creature, just so you understand.
Oh, that's good. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'll
It's
get
only
both of
one
them.
creature. It's a single creature. It's really horrible. Fortitude save. 15 fail. 11 points of damage on the undead creature, which I will not say what it is since no one knows.
The Siamese twin undead.
Siamese undead.
I
Let's
know what it
see.
is.
You know what it is.
Wow.
It's Jello.
Conjoined undead, I should say.
That's a real big hit. They're already yellow. Wow.
It tastes like Jello.
That gets a solid hit.
Keep doing that.
That actually was a lot. That 11 points, and it seemed to really hurt them. And when you hit them, they cry. They go, "Father, help us, Father! It hurts! It hurts!"
That's not a critical fail, right?
No. They rolled a 15. You have a 20. Lomang, here's a fun fact. You can walk through an incorporeal creature at will. You just can't end your space in one. How about that?
Good
you
to
don't.
know.
You don't need to do that.
I'm trying to find out. I think I have a fire resistance just because I sense that there might be fire coming, but I'll look that. It's not on my character sheet. All right, let's do this. Crane stance.
The chicken.
Is that 2 actions?
What? You're going all the way over there next to him?
Yup.
No. Well, you're going to be his new target. You ain't going to
All right.
like it. I promise you that.
And I get that's 2 actions. Flurry of blows. Let's do it.
What is your movement?
Talking about me being dirty.
40.
You just make it.
Yeah,
Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens.
There we go.
22.
Wow.
22.
That is
And
horrible.
do you hit his AC?
That's horrible.
No, of course not. Of course a 22 doesn't even come close.
Really? And he's wearing no armor or anything, huh? He's wearing no armor?
Well, it looks like his suit is made of hardened leather.
Hmm.
Do you get another attack?
I do.
And what did you roll? You actually
Oh,
rolled an
no.
11, which is pretty good.
That was pretty good for a first attack.
Well, it's -4.
13. Let's just see what a 13
Oh, actually,
is.
no, it's not -4.
Oh, wait. It could have been a hit, though. If a 22 is not a hit, then 13 could be.
It's with the
actually-
-4.
It's a prime number, so...
It's a critical miss. You weren't even close.
I've got a magic shield where I can only get hit by prime numbers.
Exactly.
You're gonna have fun.
That
with
is hilarious.
this guy. Dougie, you're up. You realize this guy is lightning fast.
Well, lightning fast is how we do. Okay, I'm going to move here.
running
for my
up,
first action.
Trying to flank. Oh boy.
I'm going to move 35 feet for my first
Okay.
action.
How do you move
Wow,
35
you're up.
feet?
You're up fast.
Oh, because I have favored terrain underground. So I
That's
move
pretty cool.
10 foot faster.
Holy crap. All right, I'll give it to you. I respect that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't give me flanking. So my second move will be flanking.
You took a whole dedication for that.
Yeah,
So you get it.
totally is. Yeah, and then I'm going to maul them.
There you go.
It's actually worth it, especially someone this hard to hit. Maul.
Oh, 23. Does that hit?
Plus
Oh, yeah,
two
plus 2.
is a 25,
That's a
and
hit.
the shield gives a +1. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's correct.
But he
Shields.
can reduce the damage.
Oh, you rolled max damage. Look at that. 16 points of damage.
Is that a crit, though?
No, you barely hit him. A 25 scratches him. He puts up the shield, and that thing smashes to pieces. So you do a whopping 11 points of damage to him, which is actually pretty respectable.
All right.
You took him to the mall.
I'm done.
Not bad. Basil, you're up.
First, I'm going to do as a free action, we do expeditious inspection on the smell and see if I know what the smell is.
Yep. You look around and you're like, oh, he coated the floor and ceiling with oil. This place will go up in flames if anyone so much as thinks about setting a fire anywhere. The whole room.
Sharky immediately starts thinking about setting a fire.
As I'm running, I'm going to communicate that to the rest of the party. Say the room's covered in oil, so don't use any flame.
Okay, I can use flame.
10, 15, 20, 25, 10, 15. Yeep. That's 2 actions to get there. And
Adjacent to the BBEG.
Oh my god, you guys have completely surrounded him.
I've been waiting for 3 levels to do this. Devise a stratagem against the target of an investigation is a free action.
Nice.
Nice.
So I devise stratagem and I attack.
Oh man. Finally, he's like, I have waited the entire book. Oh my god.
That's a 26.
You hit.
Nice.
Of course, when I sneak it, my precision damage was 1, but oh well.
5 points of damage.
Ooh.
5 points. You know what? You slip through his defenses. You stab him a little, and he's like impressed. He's like,
Well, he's too busy defending himself from Dougie with the maul. I kind of sneak in.
It's like Kane versus Kane. It's gonna be the sword Kane fight. Oh boy! But here comes the judge.
I think he studied Epigrippa.
Here we go. Epigrippa.
Seems only natural, considering the rocky terrain.
That's right. Very good. Everyone gets an A+.
It is Epigrippa.
Which I have.
The undead children, who are obviously in agony, decide to do their own version of Disrupt Undead. Only theirs is called Agonizing Wail. They unleash a distressing cry that fills other with wretched sadness. They're like crying and screaming as you do horrible, horrible things to them. Every single person has to give me a will save.
Except for Lo
That's
Mang,
horrible.
because he's
Every single person has to give me a will save.
Oh, nice.
Sharky's not a
Oh.
person, though, right?
Every single thing in this room
Ugh.
needs to give me a will save, including him, believe it or not, because he was in it.
It is so
Woo!
horrible, even
30.
the monster that eats children is affected by it. That is how horrible it is.
Wow, you guys got amazing saves. Okay, let's see. Dougie. Well, okay. Dougie
Gomez.
makes it. Basil makes it. Lomang critically makes it, so nothing happens to them.
Nice.
Sharky makes it. Hendrid critically makes it. Gomez.
I so don't make it.
fails.
I so don't make it.
Okay, those of you who make it, you can't use reactions until, well, the end of this creature's next turn.
I have no idea how to react to that.
Well, so that only affects... I don't even think anyone could do reactions. Can Sharky? I mean, Sharky kind of can.
Yeah, we really don't have reactions.
Yeah, you guys don't even have reactions. However, it's a little bit worse for Gomez. Gomez, you're not going to like this one at all. Gomez, you can't use a reaction, and you are sobbing uncontrollably. You are slowed 1, which means you can only use 2 actions until you get rid of this.
Oh, it's awful.
Typical Gomez.
Now,
Oh
good
my
news
god,
is you can
the
attempt...
story of this is terrible.
Yeah.
And I actually do get this, so it makes sense that I would be affected by this. Like, I get what had to happen to these children for this to be the result, and that whale communicates that to me. Yes, through my tears, going to try to release their souls from this horrible torment.
You can attempt a new will save at the end of each of your turns to see if you can break out of your sobbing fit. So, for now, you are slowed 1, which is, you only get 2 actions. Okay, so that's the first thing it did, is it did the horrible wail. The second thing it's going to do is attack Sharky with its ghost hand. Ghost hand. Ghost hand.
I don't like it. I want to eat it.
Can you eat a ghost?
I'm going to try.
I'm guessing not.
I was told not to eat living things. I can eat this.
Does a 31 hit Sharky?
No, that is not a prime number. Oh, actually it is. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Well, it's only 12 points of damage, even though it's a crit, because they rolled really terribly. But you feel as if something went through you, through your soul, and to give you a chill down your spine.
No, I need that. It's what's let me change into things.
All right, Sharky's up. Sharky did not like that. Between the screaming children and the ghost hand, things are not looking good for Sharky.
I'm gonna bite that hand. I'm gonna bite it. Sharky's gonna use pseudopod and try to smack that ghost.
Okay.
Smack it till it stops moving, and then slurp it all up. All right, so this is at a -1 because of the darn enfeeble. Damage is 1 lower as
Holy
well. 29.
moly.
Holy moly!
29 to hit.
But it's actually, is that a 28?
No, it's a 29. I added the -1 in myself.
Critical hit.
All right, 26 damage on a crit. Woohoo! I'm gonna eat the ghost.
Oh my god!
You done ate the ghost.
Wow.
I don't know how Sharky exactly did this since it's incorporeal, but somehow managed to just take that pseudopod and turn it into, I know what they did. They turned it into like a fly swatter, like in the cartoons. And just went boom and just got it all, and it just dissipated. And you hear them screaming as they go away and turn into ectoplasm, like,
Yeah.
"We loved you, new father, 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 father." And they're dead.
They're an ectoplasm slushy now.
And then there's a slushy of ectoplasm on the floor. You got 2 actions left.
And you know what those actions are gonna be, right?
Eat and eat.
Eating the slush on the floor. So the front of the armor opens up into a giant mouth with a big old tongue, and Sharky falls prone as a free action, and then just starts slurping up all the ectoplasm, and that is the end of my turn. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's like kind of slimy.
It dawns on me we might want to try to put that fire out in that cauldron. That could be used to set the room on fire.
Kind of tangy too. Ectoplasm's really tangy. Is that lemon? No, it's not lemon.
Oh, Sharky. Sharky! It's going to be a new sitcom, and that's what it's going to be called. It's going to be...
Sharky's getting a spin-off.
Sharky will get a spin-off. Its own podcast. Sharky's Adventures.
Well, Sharky could get added to the whole pets thing. Why don't we do that?
Oh, that's right. When we do the Pets podcast of Riley, Sharky,
Ember and Cheddar.
Ember and Cheddar, and we have their adventures in Galarian. We got to figure out how to do that one. All right. Anyhow, Hendrik is up. Hendrik is just surrounded. Surrounded, I tell you.
Surrender.
You say that to him?
Yes.
He looks over and he says, "Oh, I'm so disappointed in the 3 of you. Oh well, the heart once what it wants, and now I'll get to do what I do." And with that, he casts a spell. You're not gonna like it.
I might like it.
I interrupt it.
You can't. No one's gonna like this.
Summon food.
It's provoking. It's provoking.
Is he going to make balloons?
No,
a festive
you're
party?
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love this one.
I hope it's not juggling. I hate juggling.
Is it a pony?
Is it a fire-based spell?
Nope. First he casts a spell. Then he does something really, really cool.
I wish I paid more attention to what his spellbook had, so we'd know what to expect.
He is doing this all in one flourish. He's both pulling out the sword cane, and then he is attacking with both the sword cane and the scabbard at the same time. So in one hand he has the cane, and the other hand he has the scabbard, and he is gonna whack you both. Aha!
As a fellow sword caneist, I'm a little impressed by that.
Let's do the blade onto the orc. So let's do the first attack. 36. Oh, that's not nearly good enough. Let's do it again because he cast True Strike.
Wait, what?
True Strike, so he gets 2 attacks and he gets to take the better one. Wow, the funny one is the first one's a critical hit. The second one was a critical miss. I think he'll take the critical hit. I think that's the better one to take.
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay, Lomang, you take 34 points of damage.
Oh my god. Just from... Wow.
Yeah, from one hit. Let me rephrase this. You get 35 points of damage. 34 from the critical hit. 1 from deadly. And... Oh, you don't feel really good? Give me a fortitude save as you feel poison pumping through your veins. 15. Not even close a little.
Hero point.
Okay.
Whew.
You might get another one. We'll see.
You're going to need the hero point for something else.
25. He wanted the hero point that. This poison was...
Yep, I don't want that poison.
It's only item 5. I mean...
Especially since after, the wholeness of body cures poisons. So...
Yeah, you got this stunning ability. Okay, so you feel the poison going through your veins, but you fight it off. You fight it off. You're like, will not die today. And then he decides to hit Dougie with the sheath of the rapier.
Dougie? What Basil's the Sword King guy. He should be whopping on Basil.
Oh my god, he's 30. What's your armor class there? 21.
So wait, he's not getting any negatives for these multiple attacks? It's just straight up, huh?
Nope. He gets to attack. He can strike once with each component of a Sword King without incurring the usual multiple attack penalty.
All right, so that's 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage.
See, Lomang, I'm taking damage too.
It hasn't that way. He didn't he get critted? No.
No.
Almost.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
No.
Critted.
Almost.
He is done.
Jesus.
How do I learn that?
Gomez, you're up. You got 2 actions.
Oi.
Gomez, stop crying.
Okay, so do I'm gonna try and stop crying.
You do it at the end of your turn.
At the end of turn, I just do it anyway.
Yeah, that's
so
what
I
I
get
meant.
2 actions now, and then whatever.
Yep.
I have questions. The brazier that is on fire in the room full of oil everywhere. Is that an oil brazier or is it a wood brazier? It is an oil brazier.
It's wood. It's a wood brazier. There's wood next to it, but I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, if he wants to, this guy knows magic. He could probably just cast magic and make fire. So that's probably a waste of time.
You think so?
It's not even. Yeah, I'm just telling you right now. Like,
okay,
know this as a character. Like, making fire, especially for a wizard who this is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We have his spell book. I think Produce Flame was one of the cantrips.
Yeah, I mean, he probably can do this. So that is a waste of time. I'm telling you right now.
I was wondering if, because this had a telltale of he could do that. He could knock the thing over for 1 action, whereas a spell would cost 2.
He actually can. Yeah. He could definitely go over there and it looks like, I'm going to just say you do this very quickly in your head. He could probably move over there, kick it over, and start a fire. Or he probably has something on his body, whether it's I don't know. He probably has a...
Matches.
No, not matches.
Alchemical flask?
No.
No.
Oh, yeah, flask. What's it called?
Alchemist fire?
He probably either has alchemist
Come
fire or
on,
he has the
Steve.
spell of fire. I have a lot going on right now.
I hear you.
Oh, actually, now I have more questions. Okay, so talk to me about readying an action.
Okay, I know this one.
Okay, you could do that one, Vanessa.
You can ready any single action ability. So you can't ready like a 2-action spell or something, but if it's just like a strike or something, you can ready it as long as it's 1 action. And it takes 2 actions to ready that action. So for example, Sharky could spend 2 actions to ready an action to knock over the fire brazier in this room, and then usually giving a certain trigger, because what you're doing is you're giving yourself a reaction ability. So you can say, when the bad person refuses to surrender, I'm going to knock over this fire brazier.
Right.
And then if someone says surrender and he says death first, Sharky can go ahead and use a reaction and do that one action ability, which in this case is to push over the fire brazier.
Right. And so you can never ready a spell because spells.
Unless-
A spell. I know, but like most spells are
Yeah.
2-action spells. Like you can't like a 2-action spell, you can never ready.
Correct.
Correct.
In fact, you can't even ready an action because you can't do reactions right
And
now.
then there's that.
Yeah.
And then there's that. You can't.
Yeah.
even
So
do
so
that.
like the idea that there's like at least 2 different ways I'm seeing that this just can't be done. Like, is there counter spelling in this game at all?
There is.
There is.
How does that
It's
work?
very
It
complex.
is a feat. You have the
Oh, it's a
counter
feat.
spell
Okay,
feat.
great. So down to 6 ways from Sunday. No way. So in this case, all those options. Guess what?
What?
Heal. Let's heal.
Because you're really far away. Yeah,
50 feet away. Would have been nice if maybe you started the whole place a little closer to everyone, but
no.
don't worry
No,
about that.
Yeah.
no, it wouldn't be. No, that's okay. That's okay. No.
So you
If I took that 35 points of damage, I would have been 3 points away from being at 0. No, I'm fine where I am. That's okay.
You could delay and then Lomang run up to you, and then you can heal him, and then he can run back.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's probably this was probably
Oh my
something like
God.
that's gonna happen.
You don't want to. You have an action to move. Oh, you took 2.
No, it's 2 actions to heal
So
you.
instead of all
and
of
he's
that,
slow, right?
And he's slowed, and he only has 2
Yeah.
actions, so...
so instead
Yeah.
of all of that,
Instead of all of that,
one action, which I actually should have done before we opened the door, but I didn't say
to
it.
heal Sharky.
No.
Oh,
Scroll of heal in one hand, scroll of heal in the other. I think maybe scroll of heal in the other. Just have all the healing ready.
double heal scrolls.
Yeah, double fisting heal scrolls, and then
Wow.
I attempt to
I
control
think the
my
rating
tears.
on the podcast just went up. Thanks for that.
Okay. You got... Oh, and you get to roll again. Get to try your will save. Oh, he's like crying. He's like,
Go,
I'm taking
Mav.
out this one. And I'm going to take out this one too. Oh,
Get a hold of yourself, man! Smack!
No, he critically
Oh.
I
failed.
critically fail.
You
I
keep
can't. I'm
crying.
overcome
You
with
keep
remorse. I'm
crying.
so sad. I'm so
Yep.
sad.
So
Get over it.
sad. You look at the little bed, and you see the colorful animals, and you're like, no!
Happy frogs.
I am Uncle Roger. Hiya, it's so sad.
Lomang, you
All right.
just got hit with 1 hit that almost killed you. You go.
Yep, I do know that. All right,
And you
You
have
got flanking.
I do have flanking. All right, this is how we do. The power of my key has been summoned. Let's do it. Key strike. Flanking.
Oh, key strike. Ooh, here we go. Here we
Here
go.
we
The
go.
big one. The big one.
Oh,
15.
God. Where's my hero point?
That is not going to do it.
Another one with my flurry.
You rolled a 3.
Oh
and
my
you
God.
rolled a 3.
God. 2 3s.
All right,
Oh, man.
tactical
Oh, man.
retreat.
Are you serious? Get the... No. You're taking flanking away.
Come into my waiting arms. I have all the healing right here.
Oh, my God.
I've set up a first aid station,
This is ridiculous.
Mhm.
and anybody who needs healing, just come to me.
John, delay until after me.
Yeah, I'm going to delay until we get a man in this room who wants to
Uh,
fight.
Well, Lomag, is that 1 action to move there? Or it's 2 to... Yeah, I get it. Because 1, 2...
I'll wait till we get a bird
1, 2,
in
3.
the room. I'm delaying till the bird goes.
Okay. There's only 1 chicken in this
Yeah,
combat.
there's
and
a
it's
chicken in the
not
hallway right
Basil.
now. Yeah, there's a chicken in the hall. He's got the chicken
You
icon
heard me
on.
say tactical retreat, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
My first action is moving into flanking.
Yeah.
My second act,
Incredible.
I take a free action to devise a stratagem and consider my attack,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will attack.
Okay.
And I'm out of the fire room too.
Ooh. You roll a 6.
Even with a +4, that's going to miss.
Misses 19.
And I'm
Not
going
even
to
close.
I'm going to put up my shield as my third action.
Shield
Or wait.
on.
I'm trying to remember if I still have my shield. I think I do. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
you
use
did. It hasn't been very
You
long.
haven't been
It's fine.
attacked.
Well,
Well,
I
it's
used
a-
it
it's a
up yesterday.
cantrip.
No, like against the red cap, I think it broke.
Is
No,
it a
because,
cantrip?
Because once it breaks, you have to wait a
Yeah.
long rest. And we've had
Yeah,
a
you
long
have.
rest. Or
You've
a
had it.
short
You
rest.
already leveled up.
Yeah,
Leveled up.
we had actually it's a short rest. We had a short rest before this fight. So
We
we're
did.
Yeah,
okay.
no, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay,
Dougie, you're up.
so shield up for the third.
Yep, shield up. Dougie, you're up.
Okay, so attack with the maul.
Plan A. Oh my god, that is the 4th 15 in a row.
Miss.
Wow.
Not a prime number.
Oh, now you made a 13. That was good.
That's a prime number. That should hit.
That's a prime number. It should hit.
I guess
It's an unlucky number.
I'm waiting for you guys to hit. Come on.
There's nothing we can do. Try attack
You get a
again.
natural
It's gonna be
20.
-10. Yeah, that's all I can get.
Once again.
I'll be back.
Oh,
Don't worry.
Oh, I've written you off.
Sharky to the rescue! Sharky! Sharky's up.
He's delicious.
What?
Sharky, there's a dead body sprawled out with its guts all over the place on the slab. There's blood everywhere. It's looking mighty tasty.
It's not fresh.
It's really fresh.
There's hot food over here.
Hot food with meat on its bones.
I can eat it?
Yep, half health tartar. Go for it.
Sharky
no, wait, it's
starts
evidence.
bouncing.
Don't eat
Nope,
it. It's
you
evidence.
said,
Actually, wait,
nope,
this
you
one's-
said
Yeah,
Sharky
that's
can eat
evidence.
it.
Don't
You
eat
said
that.
it. It's recorded.
Don't eat
Sharky
the evidence.
starts.
No, I'm talking about the guy. I'm talking about the
Nope.
standing up, walking around guy.
Yep. Sharky starts bouncing up to the standing up, walking around guy.
Oh, boy, here we
She's
go.
gonna eat him.
Okay.
Piece of evidence. We need some of them alive.
2 actions to bounce up to him,
Yep.
and let's just see how we do.
Let's see how we do.
Can Sharky morph into a monk? We need a monk in here.
The monk took a beating.
You're a chicken now.
-1 from the stupid and feeble. 23 to hit.
23. That's pretty good.
That's
Not
pretty
good
good.
enough.
Not
Yeah,
good
I heard
enough,
that
but it was
the-
pretty good.
The enfeeblement messed me up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The AC is right around that. It's like 24.
It's 24.
5.
Yeah. I think it's 24, and then sometimes shield. I don't know.
Hendrid.
That's true. Shield is gone.
Hendrid.
Oh no.
Going to you.
Oh, wait a second. How long does Ray of Enfeeblement last?
I don't know. You tell me, Jim. I could look it up.
I think it might be gone already.
Oh, well then that would be a 24. It affects me for 1 minute, so it's still there.
Enfeebled 1 is 1 minute.
Yeah, the duration of the spell is 1 minute, and it's just the save
you're right,
changes
sorry.
how powerful it is. Yeah.
Got it. I you know what? I can't remember because some of them you can get rid of, like...
Honestly, as spells go, Ray of Enfeeblement's a fantastic first level spell because unless they crit success, they're going to take a penalty for a minute,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
usually
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the rest
No,
of the
it's
combat.
very good. It's just like... It's like sickened. It's like, oh, well, sickened you can get rid of. And this other one goes down every turn. But this one, it can last for a minute. It's like, okay, they're all
And it's
something
strength-based
different.
attacks, which is honestly
I know.
most creatures and enemies. So
All
no,
right.
it's a good one.
Well, Hendrid looks at
Hendrid.
you.
Me?
Yes, Sharky. It says,
Um,
I loved them. How dare you destroy my creation?
I love them too.
Cast a spell.
Ha!
Shunk,
With a little paprika.
and then attacks Sharky.
Oh no.
Their blade.
I'm gonna eat the blade. What?
26.
Bye,
26 is
shark.
a hit.
True strike.
Oh, however,
Is it 21?
I will take your
Oh,
I will
well.
take your damage. True strike stinks. I'll take the damage.
Fort
How much?
save.
How much damage?
15 points of damage.
Not bad. Not bad.
Fort save.
I got this. 22.
You do got this. Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
22. That's pretty good. Let's see if it's even close to enough. Aren't you -1?
Not on fortitude saves, just on strength-based
True.
abilities.
Okay.
That's Doug. He's -1.
You make it.
Woo!
Now, here's the fun part.
Self high five. Is the fun part that I get to eat his sword cane?
No.
No, but theoretically, it might stick to you.
I know, that's what I'm getting to. You're ruining the punchline.
Sorry.
Darn it.
I like how we're the only party that actually splits up to be in combat and then out of combat. That's we're the only ones that
We're
would.
not we're the
That's
ones
how
who
we would
invented it.
split
Ever.
up.
It's supreme
In-
tactics.
Yeah.
In all of time.
Like, actually, the first party that invented that, I think it was probably the Babylonians.
Ha!
Because that's what you do in war. Like when you go up and you fight until you're tired, and then you swap out for people who are not tired.
You know who else
I'm
does
tired.
that?
I'm very tired.
You know who does that? Hockey. Hockey does that,
That's
right,
true.
Jason?
Yeah, we had a line change.
Yeah, line change. Line change.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Actually, it's not a bad tactic. Okay. So, He hits you, Sharky, with the cane. You feel poison almost go into you. Then do you try to grab his blade?
Absolutely. Make a reflex save.
Oh, please.
Oh boy, we'll see if this works. 45. Does 45?
Numbers below a 5 exist.
23.
Yeah, that's
23. What
that's
about
he
what
rolled a
about your
7.
smartass penalty? What about
There's
that?
no smart-ass penalty. They
All
made it. They made it.
Exactly. They made it on the number.
They made it on the number. He quickly pulls it right out of Sharky's grasp. And he laughs and laughs and laughs.
Why not bite?
And then he decides to hit Mr. Basil.
Oh, he's got a plus 16 reflex save. That's crazy.
He decides to hit Mr. Basil with the sheath. Sheath.
The sheath at least has no poison on it, we hope.
That's true. That's true. Does a 22 hit you?
Yup.
Yep.
Well, you do have the shield, so...
That 20 is with the shield, so.
Oh, but I meant you can take some damage if you want. The shield can take 5 of that, right?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take 5 with the shield.
Okay,
Still
so
does
it
10 to me.
Smashes. So 10 points of damage.
Whew.
And they are done because it was true strike, 1 attack, 2 attack. Done. Gomez is up. He doesn't seem to be too concerned with you surrounding him.
Heal me.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's the common.
Heal.
I'm actually totally fresh on heals.
Me.
Okay, I'm going to give you a first level
2
heal.
action
But-
heal.
Can you really afford it? Maybe you
2
should do
action
something else.
heal.
I think you should get out more items.
Well, this is like now I'm just a healing machine. Really need to do is I need to man up and stop crying, because if I man up and
Wow.
stop crying, then I get my last action, and if I get my last action,
Are you gonna goblin up?
then I have reach spell again, and if I have reach spell, I heal everybody from where I'm standing. I don't have to move it.
Are you positioned properly to heal? You really need to move around a little.
Yeah, it's like I just have to stop goddamn crying. I just have to I do. I have to
could
goblin
smack
up.
you. I could smack
Yes,
you around.
lean
a little.
into the toxic masculinity.
All right. So since I do have somebody here, I think I'm actually going to give you a big heal. I'm going to give you
Yes.
because you need like 30 something points back.
I'm down more
Mhm.
than 30. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to stop Chris from crying too.
He's got like an arm coming off.
All right. So I'm giving you a heightened 2 action heal.
Nice.
Mm?
Do you think that'll stop Lomang from crying?
Lomang's not crying.
I think it will.
They're both crying.
I know, they're both
Gomez
crying.
is like, the children, and Lomang's like, the damage.
My aching head.
My aching head. So 11 plus 16, so you get 26. Sorry, 27 back. 27
27?
points back, Lomang.
There, you're good. Go back in
You're
the
done.
game.
Oh wait, give me the will save. Gomez, will you stop crying? Will you no longer think of the children? Nope. Wait, 18. That's actually not bad.
I'm tempted to stay here.
You no longer think of the children. You feel as if, I have come to grips, and I
Oh, thank God.
feel
All right.
better.
So everybody, I have reach spell now. So all of my distances are doubled. So or an extra whole 30 feet. So everybody's within my range. Nobody has to come to me anymore. I'm gonna stay put. You all go over there.
Well, it takes an action to use that. So,
That's why I need the extra action. 2 actions to cast a spell, 1 action to extend it. 3
True.
actions. I stay put. I'm done. Go.
True.
All right,
Lomang,
so-
go.
all right,
Go fight.
so-
oh my, go.
All right.
Secret ingredient
Go.
is cowardice.
Go.
Okay, so the badge. Do I still have healing on the badge?
Yes.
And how much does that heal for again?
12.
Okay. I will use 1 action to heal with the badge, unless it takes an action to actually handle it.
Gomez, you were supposed to make him stop crying.
Nope, 1 action. You did it. Done.
All right, so hold on. So that's 12. So I'm at 60. I'm maxed out.
It's as if he was never ever hit. Look at that. Back to max. 62 hit points. We'll take care of that in 1 round, don't worry.
Exactly. That's why I need it.
Mm?
Crane, wing, attack.
He's running back. I'm back in the game. He tags in for a 22.
It's a miss.
Whew.
That's a miss.
Gee, if he only had flanking, he'd hit.
That's a miss.
That's a miss too. 15. You guys seem to love the number 15. I don't know why.
I mean, a 15 is a pretty good roll.
That is a pretty good roll. No,
Well-
the final is 15.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
the problem. You're not on the die.
Just
That's right.
landing on 15.
I haven't rolled
Yeah.
above an 11. That's true.
Mm-mm,
What's
you
that
stink.
spell that changes his
Basil.
armor class to 15?
Ooh, is there a spell that does that? That's powerful.
That changes yours down to 15? That's just called Chris Beamer. That's the name of the spell. There we go.
Oh yeah, cast Chris Beamer on him.
I'm going to devise stratagem as a free action.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, come on!
What is that? Is that a 32?
That's a 32.
Pretty good. You hit him for 2 points of damage.
I know. I got a 1 on damage and a 1 on precision
Wow.
damage.
That was sad.
You got him solid. You got him like, ow. He's like, oh, that stings, good sir. Ouch. I say, ouch.
But I was so focused on the artistry of the attack that I like.
Like he hit you for 15 in
I
one
lopped
attack.
off the end of his beard or something instead of actually,
You gave him a little bit of a
stabbing
haircut.
him. Yeah.
Got one action left.
Now I got 2 actions left.
I got 2 actions left.
I'm going to go ahead and attack again.
Oh, lordy.
So this one's just going to be, well, I still got the +2, but then -2. So this one's going to be +2, -4, so a net -2.
Crit him! Natural 20.
So it's a
Well,
23.
Pretty good. Oh, no.
23. That was a really good roll, but not quite. You just miss him as he deftly dodges you.
And then I'm going to move out with my third action and give Lomang a chance to get back in.
I may be running the other way, though, but okay.
Oh, it's a tag team. Tag team, go!
Of course, I lost Dougie flanking. I'm sorry.
Dougie. Or Dougie can wait after Sharky goes.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'll get in there and
Oh.
take the flank position.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
That sounds like a good use of my
That's a
time.
really good move. Yeah, let's do that.
You really want me to hit this guy, though, because I could stun him.
No, we don't need you. You're.
I wasn't really going to get in there, by the way.
Uh,
Do you really want me to? Because I had a different
yes,
plan.
absolutely. Well, I mean,
Do whatever you want, Sharky.
do whatever you
Don't,
want.
don't listen to John.
Sharky's
John,
going to do what she wants. Here's what she
Yeah.
does. I am going to make a single pseudopod attack against this jerk who stabbed me once already and made me weak.
Sharky is a free shelf.
I have free shelf. That's right. I hit the button. I got a 22 to hit with a 9 on die. It's very sad.
Miss.
For my second 2 actions, I am going to ready an action. I am going to prepare for something.
You can't make it secret. What? Come on. You can't do that.
But
You
then the
gotta tell
audience
me.
will know. All right, so here's what we're doing.
I'll cut it out.
No, that's fine. If Sharky gets hit by this guy, if Sharky takes damage, she is immediately going to use Mimic Object to change her appearance.
Oh boy. Here we go. Dougie, you go.
All right, I'm just going to hit with my maul.
I got plans.
Oh god. Plans within plans. 15. I rolled a 4. You know, that's like your 8th 15.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
you rolled a 3. That's pretty good too.
Okay,
oh
I'm
my
done.
gosh.
Oh, and you rolled a. Yep. I don't even know why it's bottom.
Wow, we're just whiffing. Like we have
4, 3, and 9 on die. Yeah, the flank wouldn't have helped you. See, it's fine.
You see?
Exactly.
Doesn't even matter.
You want me to hit. You really want me to hit.
Sharky continues to spit and snarl at Hendrid. They feed me better. Your food is terrible. You fed me salty criminals. Get it? Salty.
I get it.
What is the deal with food in the death cults?
I'll buy that for $1. All right. Hendrid hates Sharky so much
So mad.
that Hendrid will attack Sharky.
Fantastic. You are all welcome.
I mean, no one else is hitting him. He doesn't have to worry about anything, really.
23.
23.
No.
So that hits. So we're going to resolve this first because I'm going to use my reaction, but I still want to resolve the rest of this.
Minimum.
I didn't-
Look at that. Actually, I rolled a 2d6 plus 7. I rolled a 1 and a 1 for 9
Nice.
points of damage.
Perfect.
like it.
Perfect.
Fort
Reflex
save.
save, please.
Fort
What?
save. Fort
How much
save.
poison is on this freaking blade?
A
How much
lot.
poison?
A lot of poison.
Probably magic.
More poison's getting pumped into. Oh, 30.
30.
Damn
30.
it! Damn it, Sharky!
Apparently, the blade itself is made of poison.
I think
No
mimics
kidding.
are immune to poison, though. Anyways,
They are not.
32 on the reflex
right.
save.
That's fine. Now my triggered action goes off, and I am going to use
Oh boy.
Mimic Object. So here's what happens. Sharky
Okay.
changes just a little bit, and at the place where she got impaled is like this weird oozing sore, and she falls. She changes herself to appear to have fallen back on the ground, and a drawer slides open, and in the drawer is a gem encrusted hilt of a sword cane. It is
nice.
sparkly and shiny, and it looks very valuable, and it's peeking out just enough. It looks like this was the treasure all along.
A candy-like sword cane.
Yeah, he'll bite. That's a good idea. He'll cast a spell on you to take it out. He casts a spell, a ray hits you, and this is really gross looking. Horrible, disgusting necromantic energies flow into you and the sparkly sparkle. Give me...
He does. Wait, no, I died. I just died, and the loot's right there. He doesn't want the loot?
Oh, you made it look like you died?
I'm
Yes.
making it look like Sharky died, and one of the drawers opens, and there's treasure there. And I'm hoping that this,
a
greedy
bluff.
jerk, is going to go for it.
The classic play on the villain's greed ploy.
A classic play.
Yeah, except this guy's so smart and rich, he doesn't care. I'll give him a... You know what? I'll do something. All right, let me do something.
Okay.
I'll do a will save. I rolled a
it's like-
31. I rolled 31. I think he looks and he's like, I don't buy it. Sharky.
Well, he knows what a mimic is too.
Yeah,
right?
he hired him. So he's like,
I know, but
good try.
I don't
No,
know.
I liked it. I thought you were going to become him. Then that would have been funny.
Now, Lo Mang, on the other hand, is intrigued by this.
Yeah, they promised Basil and Lomac are going to
Lomang,
be jumping for that thing.
Lo Mang likes treasure a lot.
Well, we'll see what happens.
No. Oh, no. 31 on Sharky, and they're prone. So we'll say 33. That is a critical hit. As they cast the necromantic energies onto Sharky.
Call of the Grave. Wow.
Call of Grave. This is you are sickened 2 and slowed 1 and enfeebled 1.
Does that mean that I have really long, slow, agonizing cries of pain?
That is really bad. Oh boy.
And suddenly the gems fall off that sword and
Yeah.
it becomes...
And then he's like, aha! Sharky is dying horrible death. And you go.
Seeing Sharky's death throes and the fabulous performance that was actually made manifest by the villain's follow-up attack, his tears are dry. His tears are gone. Now there is only vengeance, and Sharky, you will be the instrument of that vengeance. Sharky! And I reach out with the. This is the first time I'm using it actually. With the extended power of the force of my sorcerer's energies burst forth within me, unleashing a new ability, reach spell, and from my vast distance, 2-action heal on Sharky.
Ooh. Yay.
Nice.
Just a regular heal?
No, it's the heightened heal.
Oh my god, the heightened heal. That's the big guns. 24. Woo.
24 points. I'll
Damn.
take it.
Shame that's not used in someone important.
That almost doubled my hit points.
It absolutely, most certainly is important.
Okay, you got 1 action. Oh no, you don't, because Reach takes it.
Reach takes it.
Lo
right.
Mang, you
All
just
right.
saw that. Are you inspired?
I'm inspired. Time to go to
Okay.
work.
You better go to work. You've hit this guy.
5
You've
foot
done
step.
a whopping 18 points of damage on him. He barely looks scratched. He's
I
just,
know. Well,
he's
I'm
just
not...
toying with you all.
I understand. I haven't even hit him yet. So let's try that. Let's try this again.
Have you not hit him? Oh, no, you have not.
Not now. I wish I had key strike again, but I don't.
You don't. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're going to roll. Here we go. Here comes the 3.
Oh!
Here comes the 3. Oh! Is that
There we go.
31? Is that 31? I
31.
Ooh.
think. Okay, you finally hit him. 7 points of damage. A little bit of damage. A little bit of damage.
Good.
Yeah,
23.
Miss.
23.
However,
Well, you're not going to like this.
oh
What?
no.
Well, he has Stunning Fist, except the question is he higher than your level? And the answer is yes. So that means the only thing that could ever happen is if he critically fails the sports save, then he loses one action. He actually will lose one action.
Right.
But it's one better, so even if he fails, it just becomes a success. Here we go. Well, he would have failed it, except for the fact that he's levels higher than you. So you hit him, and he shrugs it off.
Okay.
It's like your
kung fu
is weak.
Not very good. My kung fu is not good.
Your kung fu is not very good. I was able to resist your Stunning Fist. Let me show you my Mantis Claw.
But I studied the Mang Temple.
I know, you did. You get one more attack.
I do. It's a crappy one, though.
You never know. You might actually roll 20. You'll never roll 20. No one has ever rolled a 20. Ever.
Nope.
Ever. Except when you were doing something, I forgot what you were doing, like book reading, and you guys are rolling 20s left and right.
Something stupid, yeah. Yep. Well, at least I got one hit on him.
Basil.
I mean, we're surrounding this guy. It's 5 on 1, and we're getting our ass
5 on 1, and he is ripping you guys to pieces.
I'm going to move back into the fight.
Okay.
And
he's totally surrounded.
I'm going to devise a stratagem.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack.
Okay.
Only +2 since I don't have flanking. And that's not going to hit.
That does not hit. 21, though. Not bad.
And
that devising stratagem is good, because you can use sneak attack.
It's very good.
I'm going to go ahead and crit farm and attack again.
Oh my goodness.
Also, maybe just stretch out the number of people he might attack.
Yep. Gomez, get in here. Use your teeth.
Ooh! Do you get the +2, though?
I put in a -4.
Yeah.
So that should be... That's
You would not get it because you use it on the first attack, only the first attack.
Yeah, only the first attack.
So 22.
But of course that misses too. Right.
They're close. We're getting really close, but
Yep.
we're shooting hand grenades.
Need something to like bring his AC down.
Sorry, I was just excited because I'd never done that well on a second attack before.
I know. You're like, hey,
yeah.
oh no, I almost did. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, Sharky, sickened 2, enfeebled 1, slowed 1. Have fun.
Okay. Okay.
Sickened
Call of the grave. You literally feel as if you are in the grave.
Sharky. I'm so bad. Sharky crawls toward the stone slab with the body on it and then slowly pulls herself up. I need food. I'm gonna eat this. It's fine, right?
No, it's evidence. Don't eat the evidence.
I don't feel good. I need food.
That thing needs a Christian burial. Don't eat it.
I'm so hungry.
Do what you got to do, Sharky.
I mean, what is that?
Dougie, you're up.
Wow.
Oh, Dougie, come on. Here we go. Let's roll those 3s and get this turn over with. Here we go.
Here we go.
What is that body?
Oh my god, you rolled a 3! You actually rolled a 3! And you rolled a 15 again! And, an 18 actually. That shit wasn't that bad.
Minus 10 plus 2.
Yeah. All right, I'm done.
Wow.
Hendrid's up. Hendrid's seeing what's going on. Hendrid's looking at this all. See Sharky almost dead. Basil standing there.
The Sharky just got a big heal, no?
Yeah. Sharky got a big heal, but it's not big enough.
Apparently almost dead from all the enfeebled and slowed and all that jazz.
You're not gonna like this.
Surrender in the name of the law.
Coppers!
You're under
never
arrest.
gonna take me alive!
You are being detained.
Here it comes! Here it comes!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, baby!
Fireball.
Here it comes!
He's gonna run out of spells before we defeat him.
He actually is gonna run out of spells.
He doesn't even spells. He can just sword cane us to death.
That's
That's
true.
probably
but-
true.
That's probably true, but that's okay because let's start the second act of the encounter.
Oh,
shall
no.
we?
Yeah.
Of course.
It's like
Let's
James Cagney, White Heat,
What?
Oh my god.
top of the world, ma.
Top of the world. He like uses mage hand and he flips over the brazier
Brazier.
in the corner.
I knew I
And
should have
the
eaten that.
coals go flying all over the place, and right away the flames start to catch, and the northern wall starts catching on fire, and you can sense that very, very, very quickly this whole place is going to be going up in flames. And I mean, like, this is a huge room, and you can tell that this entire room is about to go up. Now, that takes him 2 actions to do. So then his next fun action is going to be...
Shield spell.
No, he actually used shield spell. He can't do that.
Oh.
He is going to
Only if
just...
someone popped it. Did someone pop it?
Yeah, it was popped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he used it on John's attack.
He used it.
All right.
Yeah, someone actually hit him with a crit or something.
John hit him on the very first
round, yeah. John did.
Yeah.
But we haven't heard from Dougie since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Pretty much haven't heard from anyone since.
Yeah, pretty much. He's just going to do something really funny. Oh, sorry. You guys don't think it's funny.
You killed us all, you fool!
Okay. Now here's where it gets really funny. Are you ready? Basil.
No.
He is going to...
I reject your plan. Whatever it is, I reject it.
He reaches out and tries to trip you.
Oh, no.
Okay, let's see. What does he
Which
get?
I'm sure will succeed because
His
he's got like
athletics?
plus 800.
It's not that good. It's only plus 14. Does a 33 beat your reflex DC? We're just going to say it does. So you fall prone and take 4 points of damage. And now the whole place is catching fire. And Basil's on the floor. And he doesn't even bother attacking. He's just tripping you all. He's just like, mage hand trip. Gomez.
That is awful.
Awfully good.
You could maybe put out the fire with hydraulic push. Maybe.
Well, it's like, can I?
I don't know.
It doesn't look good. It looks like you might be able. You might. Up
definitely.
I mean,
you
that
can
was
try.
all. We had this discussion. This is all about our discussion.
You can
definitely
try.
spray a fire hose on an oil fire. That sounds like a great idea. Please do that.
I know. That's why I was asking if it was oil. Yeah, it's like it's.
Oh, it is oil. It's oil.
But it's
yeah.
Ansel, though, isn't it?
It's oil.
All right. So now here's a question. Here's a question for the hive mind. Is there in this game a first level or lower water elemental based creature that puts out fire in this vicinity because it's a water based elemental? Hive mind, do you know that? Is there?
Maybe. We're going to have to take a break for about 20 minutes.
I'll look it up. Hold on.
Yeah. Because if there is, I'm summoning one of them.
There are some
no,
things
the
that
only
do that,
thing-
but probably not the level you can summon, honestly.
The only thing you can do is you can summon a water mephit. Now here's the weird part. Water mephits breathe acid.
Mm-hmm.
They don't breathe. They can do something
weird.
called drench, which will put out all fires in a 5-foot emanation.
Mm-hmm.
But
There it
it
is.
takes an action. So the thing is, but this room is gargantuan.
Oh yeah, so it's only a mephit, right? So
you only get to summon a mephit.
Is that middle area clear? Is that what that is?
Yeah. I'm just being dramatic, but so I'll move it to where it really is. The north wall is like catching them. That's how it really looks. The north wall is on fire, and it's about to like catch like the rest of this room very quickly.
Jeez.
Okay, so
that is interesting though. Actually, you know what? I think I am going to do this just for the funsies.
we should leave.
Because whereas a water
mephit?
water mephit won't put out the fire, a fire mephit gains fast healing 2 while in fire. Actually, no, he'll just be killed in one hit.
He will be killed and eaten and destroyed in one hit.
Yeah,
and
that's too bad.
Yeah, mephits are
no.
really weak. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be really
So-
easy
so
for
it'll-
Sharky to eat.
It was just but the optics on it, man. Like the
I give you full credit for optics. It would look awesome.
Like,
I mean,
and it was just like, but he heals in the fire, and so I was thinking you put him up, and everybody else could get some time to get out of the room.
oh, don't worry. There's a lot more coming. This is a multi-step plan. This is the beginning of step 1 of phase 2. We're in act 2 of this fight. We still got more acts to go.
All my attempts to be clever, even seeing the things coming down Broadway, trying to be clever just doesn't work. Gags in this are like a freight train. There's no stopping them. The tricks and the traps. So, what do people like? Do people want healing?
food.
Well, no one's badly injured right now.
Nobody
Summon
is.
food.
Who is? Nobody is. Right?
I'm down 10, but don't worry about me. I can always use my badge.
I'm done
Right.
11.
Hendrid's down a bit. Do you want to heal him? I'm laughing.
The fire is
So delightful.
the problem.
The fire is so delightful.
I think the plan is to like stand in front of the door and make him stay in the fire.
Right. I bet he doesn't care about fire though. That's why
Probably
he did it.
Probably right.
Is this place stone, Steve?
Yes.
Or is it wood?
It's stone. It's all
Okay, so we don't have to worry about the entire dungeon burning down. It's just the oil on the surface of the stone.
No,
is...
the ceiling's wood.
Oh, okay, so that's a whole different matter.
Oh, it's gonna burn down this whole.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no,
So you
this
got-
whole place is
All right,
burning down.
that changes everything. We got to go.
That's
We
important.
start running.
Well, I'm definitely getting an attack in and then running.
Yeah.
Well, this is. Let me paint this. So.
Oh, well,
here's-
screw that. No. Actually, that brings me back to water elemental. Water Memphis puts out fires in a 5-foot emanation.
But it's oil
Memphis
fire.
Extinguishes all. I know. Extinguishes all. Whatever. All right. I'm blowing a spell for the RP. I'm blowing the spell. I'm commanding the water elemental to contain the fire in this room, and he's gonna put out the beams and the rafters, everything that he's gonna contain the fire.
Contain it, yeah.
Send him off to do that, so the entire building doesn't go up in flames.
Right.
So that's
Wow.
what I do.
How did you have
Okay.
that water method on command like that?
Because of my sorcerer's power and my affinity
From an elemental.
to the primal thing.
How did Steve have the icon for
Oh, because in the circus adventure, they fought every method there actually is in
oh my
the game.
gosh.
Wow.
So.
Seriously.
And also, I just Googled up Pathfinder 2 elemental summon list, and that's what you get.
Nice.
Yeah, I have the list here. Okay, so you spend.
I spend a big heal. I spend a second level spell.
Here we go. Summon elemental. I actually made it for you.
But but again, like that's why I like.
3 actions, but it costs. You have to sustain it though. It costs you an action to keep. The
Well,
water
it gets to
method
act
going.
immediately, right? And it gets
Yes.
2 actions as a minion.
Yes. So
Yep.
you summon it, and it appears.
Mhm.
Actually, anywhere you want. I will give you command of this thing. You can control it.
Can it fly though? It can't go on the ceiling, probably. Right?
It can fly, and it can.
Ah, nice.
It has 20-foot movement and swim, so
Sweet.
it can go anywhere.
That's awesome. Portable fire extinguisher.
Oh, it's also resistant to fire.
But not bad. I think it's good in this instant.
Yeah, sure. 25 fly. I try to ascertain like what's the best place for him to be to put out the fire. Like to contain the fire.
Probably right by the brazier. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
so-
fell over.
So whatever. So whatever that is, I put him there, and I. start
Okay,
the
so
work.
you summon him in front, and you're like, "Start dousing! Drench!
Yes, follow your dharma. Battle your ancient enemy. Quench the fire.
Water bend.
And that's my turn.
All right, here we go. Flurry of blows. 24. Nice.
You actually hit 6 points of damage. Oh boy, you're whittling him away.
Saving throw. DC 20.
Fort save.
Yep. Okay.
28.
Basil, are you gonna be okay? Like, can you get up and deal? Probably yes, right?
Yeah, should be all right.
All right. We'll do one more attack. 23.
23.
Just miss.
Easily dodges. This guy is dynamite.
Retreat.
Yeah, it's almost as if he's expecting this.
And I go there.
Oh, he's running away. Good job. Basil, you're on the ground, prone.
Well, I'm going to stand up as action 1.
Sharky will take a feather of opportunity.
Hey,
Hey, you don't have a lot of those left.
I'm going to devise stratagem and attack.
Oh, lordy.
So good.
Here we go. 2 points of damage. If you hit.
Bravery.
Bravery, I tell you. Bravery, Sir Robin. You missed. Barely 20.
Do not hit, and I'm going to do the tactical retreat as well.
This is where we lose Sharky.
Sharky's not
slow.
very fast.
Yeah. Sharky is slowed and moves 10.
And slowed and everything. Poor Sharky. Sharky's up. Wow, Sharky. What
Sharky-
are you going to do? Oh, Sharky's going
We're
to jump on
moving.
Basil's back and have Basil.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Sharky turns into a backpack.
Sharky slowly makes her way around the stone slab here and puts out like one large sort of cabinet at the dead body and is going to grab it. Need to bring the
Nice.
food. Save the food.
You don't want to cook it first?
No. Oh, gross. Ew. I don't want to cook it. Better raw. Be better wriggling.
Yikes.
That might be evidence, so I say let Sharky drag it along with her.
And you're done.
That's it. That's 2 actions.
Dougie, they all left you. You're
Yeah.
literally by yourself. They're all leaving you.
Back to attacking without flanking. Here we go. Mole,
Sorry.
+1.
What am I going to do?
There we
I mean,
go.
it don't matter anyway.
I roll a 2.
Wow.
You know, I don't.
You would
There's no
think?
point.
No.
There's no point in even attacking.
I mean, this guy's hard to hit, but our rolls have been garbage all night.
I mean,
Jeez.
you guys have not even rolled double digits.
Oh, actually, you know what? I was wrong about underground terrain modifiers. I don't get +10 movement. I am unhindered by terrain effects.
Difficult
when I'm
terrain?
yeah, difficult terrain.
Oh, I thought you get +10.
Non-magical difficult terrain. So I don't get +10. I just move 25, and then I'll do, I guess, 25 again. That'll be my
All
turn.
right, so this is what happened. Hendrik goes. Keep saying Hendrik was Hendrik. Hendrik goes. He looks at you all. He laughs. Laughs, I tell you, as the place is going up in flames. He will. You're gonna like this. Are you ready? He presses a hidden button on the wall to the west of him.
Oh!
The secret door opens, and he looks at you all and gives you a little wink and nod and says, "Have fun in the inferno!"
Oh, no.
Crossbow time! Where's my crossbow?
And then he skedaddles out of there. Do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, man.
Oh, yes. And then you hear what sounds like crashing, and you think, oh, did he just wake up the ochre jelly in the other room? That probably is not a good thing. Gomez is up. Okay, now on his turn, the entire room bursts into flames. So it's not just like that wall. It quickly spread, and now the whole room is quickly catching on fire.
Could the water method not slow it?
Yeah, like the water, like the ability drench.
It's only 5 feet, though.
No,
It's an emanation.
It's an emanation.
It's a
an
9-foot square,
emanation.
essentially.
It's a 5-foot
Oh,
radius.
oh, you know
so
what?
it's actually
Okay,
a
well.
15-foot
Oh,
square.
okay.
And if you read it, the method extinguishes all non-magical fires automatically. It doesn't matter oil. Who cares?
Yeah.
And it's only if it's a magical fire that is
Mhm.
like a wall of fire.
Well, like that
Then it
zone.
can counteract the fire with a +7 counteract modifier. So it's
Okay,
actually,
well, in that
so it's
case-
actually absolutely the
Yeah.
counter to this effect.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was a really good
Okay,
idea.
okay, I misread that. I thought it was 5 foot. Just okay. So this is
No,
where
emanation.
I will show you where the fire is. The fire is in. Then it will spread a bit. So those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. So that area, that 12. Yeah, 3 by 4 area of squares, that 12-foot area is now caught on fire. So the northwest area is free of fire, actually, which is pretty good. So this might be the go-to. Maybe the water method can do this in time. Gomez, you're up.
Can you summon 2 of those suckers?
You can't sustain 2 things at once, right?
You can
You
sustain.
can,
You
but
can.
you need 3 actions to summon another one.
Yes.
Don't you?
Yes, he does, and you can't, then you would lose this one, so there would be no point.
Oh, I see. So, that's that how they do it, huh?
Yes.
That's how
Mhm.
they do it. That's
That's
clever.
what they're doing.
They're very smart.
They're very clever. They're very clever with that. Okay, so the Memphit took its action, put out half the room.
No,
But-
it goes after you. So it went. That was last turn. It goes now after you go.
Oh, I see. So after I go, it'll move
You
up.
basically give it an order, and then it can do it.
Right. So after I go, it'll go up and put out the second half of the room.
If you tell it to, yes.
Yes. Okay. Good. Anybody need heal? Oh, so here's my other question. My other question is Fleet Step. Fleet Step is personal only.
Okay.
Is it?
Is that a
I'm asking.
question?
Yeah, that's my question. Because if Fleet Step is not personal only, if it's merely like a touch spell or something like that, I can. I
It's
should
personal.
say. Yeah.
It says you gain a plus 30-foot status bonus.
Okay,
Personal.
so it's only me. So it's only
Yep.
personal. Because I was gonna give you piece of slow moving piece of furniture.
Well, I'm a you when I say it, so that seems like that should work.
That's what I'm saying. But I guess not. I guess that doesn't do that.
But now, are Basil and Sharky in fire right now, or no?
Yes.
Ooh, that's not
Well,
good.
Basil is. Sharky
Basil
not.
is. And Lomang feels
Basil?
the heat.
I feel the heat.
It's Basil.
Okay, wait. I'm really confused. Basil is food, and the bird looks like food, so it should be basil. I don't understand what's happening.
You can call him Basil.
No,
One of those things is true.
none of those things are
Fresh
true.
basil.
Yeah, you're right. Fresh basil's good on pizza.
All right, and our target has fled through the secret door.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Is the secret
Yes.
door still
Yes.
open
Yes.
and evident, and we could use it? Okay, just making sure.
I'm reluctant to chase him down.
Yeah, I think he got away.
I mean, you can see him.
I mean, I could catch up to him pretty quickly,
Yeah.
but he'll just bust my ass.
Actually, it's true. Fleet step and whatnot. Hold on a second. This is actually quite interesting.
This guy's dexterity, he probably moves 67.
No. That's not dexterity has nothing to do with your movement speed.
That is true.
All right, I have a scroll of. If we want to pursue, I have a scroll of Longstrider, which adds a 10-foot bonus to your speed. I have personally Fleet Step. Lomang, you're fast naturally, right?
I move 40 naturally. Yeah.
You move 40 naturally. So if we want to give chase, we're actually kind of in a position to give chase. You guys feel like giving chase, and so but that settles what I'm going to do on my turn. That's all for the future. On my turn, I discard my 2 scrolls of heal quickly, and sustain my my Memphit, and I pull out scrolls of Hydraulic Push and Longstrider in preparation for next round. And I command the Memphit to extinguish as much of the rest of the fire as possible, and my turn is over.
Okay, interesting. So the Memphit, I can't believe this actually worked. The Memphit will actually go to the northern part of the room and extinguish the fire, and then go to the southern part of the room. Well, no, they can only do one at a time because it
has a doesn't it like
it's a drench is a single action, so it can
it is
move
a single
to the
action.
north.
It's
Yeah,
not a double
yep.
2 action.
Nope, it's single. So it only gets 2 actions. So it moves to the northern part of the room, and it drenches as much as it can. So there's only a very small 3x1 area left of fire, but that wall is covered, so it might spread again. But
yeah, that's what the hydraulic push is for. It's like I'm hoping I could water hose anything.
it's working though. The whole northern wall is gone and put out. The eastern wall is almost gone. This actually was a very, very good idea.
Oh, and I want to comment. Because that is actually why I took Elemental. Is not for the combat. Everybody's like, oh, it's crap because it's no good in combat. It's like that they're not for combat. They're for all of these other situations.
Utility.
They're utility. There's a utility spell.
It's almost as if you can do something other than fight. And
Right.
just
Exactly.
do damage
Exactly.
with spells and abilities. Who
Exactly
knew?
right.
Lomang, you're up. You feel a lot of these flames coming right at you. It's you're like, oh, it's quite warm and toasty. That water method's doing a dynamite job.
It didn't clear the one spot I wanted it to clear, but all right, that's fine.
Always complaining.
Well, I mean, it's right in my path. I mean,
No, there it is. That's where it is. It's like right there. That's you see that? That's where it is.
Okay, good. Yeah, 'cause I'm a little worried about Ducky not wanting to pursue. I think he may have given up, but you know what? I haven't. So let's do this. I don't like this guy. I'm going after
It
him.
takes you a full action to worry about Dougie not wanting to pursue, by the way. So that's your first action.
That's 40 feet.
You're leaping over the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35.
Are you going to get stopped by the secret door that way?
You can get up to there because there's a slab on the ground that you can't. You have to go around.
Oh, the slab. Can
Yeah.
I could probably just jump over that slab.
It's only 5 feet less. It's not that big a deal. It's not going to
slit with
matter. It's not
blood,
gonna
so
matter.
you can slide across
not gonna
it
matter.
like
Yeah, it's not going to matter because
Bo
you
Duke on
get-
the General Lee.
if you're trying to catch up to him, you'll catch it right. Exactly. It doesn't
Dude,
matter.
Kung Fu Leap. This
Kung
is
Fu
your
Leap, he
this is
did.
your perfect opportunity
He
for
did.
a Kung Fu Leap.
I do have the Kung Fu lead.
You Kung Fu lead.
I invested a lot in jump, but I don't.
You
have
did. You jumped all the way up to him. You
All right.
leaped 80 feet across into the room. Now, this is the room where the flying skin creatures were of
I'll
your
actually go
buddies.
a little more. Just
Ooh, a little bit more here in front of him.
Well, just because I can,
Yep.
someone could take that space.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
All right, so
What are you going to do?
actually, how much movement did I have? Where I got stopped there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Actually, I could move here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, you can.
I will do that because
Okay.
maybe
You
someone
are-
can get flanking.
You are
All right.
in front of him. So,
All right, so but he's got a door, right? It looks like he may be going towards the north, maybe.
well, you don't know. But there's a
Well, I
door
don't know.
there.
He's
and
probably just going to kill me, but okay, let's do it.
Tell him to stop in the name of the law.
Yeah.
Stop in the name of the law. You are under arrest and being detained.
You won't kill me. You won't take me alive, copper. You won't take me alive.
Ugh. God.
You won't take me alive with a 18 like that. Roll the 7. Okay, now I don't know why this is. Vanessa, are you taking
Jeez.
notes? You think it's
No.
bad in your game? Look at this. Look at these guys. Look at how
I
crappy
know.
they roll.
We roll
This is
so
horrible.
bad sometimes,
This is
4.
the worst rolls.
and he never misses, so it's tough. It's tough to do.
I never do this. That's...
Oh, did I get a hero point back? No. Or maybe.
Yeah, you know what? You did. I give you a hero point back for chasing
flourish?
after
Bravery.
bravery. You are brave, and Dougie is weak. In fact, you took Dougie's hero point. That's where it came from.
Haha,
You
yes.
saw it go through the air and into your brain. You're like,
Oh,
oh,
can I get a hero point for saving the building?
Yeah, you know what? I gave you a hero point too.
Nice.
For using an elementalist spell in such a creative way.
Thinking outside of the box.
Yay.
Can I get a hero point too for saving the snack on the slab?
No, you know what? I'll give Dougie. I'm going to give Basil a hero point for donating so many feathers to Sharky.
I think that's entirely fair.
There's
All right,
like
my turn is over.
Dougie gets a rock. All right, Lomang, you're done. Basil's up. There's a big flame to the south of you.
Can I blow my police whistle to like summon other police over here? Like these guys?
There actually are police outside, so you're thinking this guy might not get far, but then you're also thinking,
He's such a
except he
badass.
will probably rip through those poor
Yeah,
guards
he's gonna rip
outside
through them.
and just destroy them. So probably not gonna work.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean,
He's so fast, so agile, so quick.
well, every attack he makes on these on like a lobby is going to be a crit and a kill. It's going to be a
I
crit.
thought we
one
were
shot.
the rookies.
Nice. I can actually get in range to attack, so I'm going to
Nice.
devise a stratagem and
Nice.
attack. Unfortunately,
Basil.
I can't get into the flanking spot because that's the last of my move.
Maybe Dougie can though.
Cool.
No, it's not going to get it done.
God damn, we suck. We suck on these rolls.
all right. Sharky is so slow. But now that the rooms are not on fire and this person's getting away, Sharky will drop their lunch, this dead body, their snack, and slowly start to make their way toward the bad guy.
Nice.
Wait for me! Basil!
Basil.
Boozle! Wait for me! That is
Basil.
just so tasty. Can I have a little bit of down? Just a little bit?
There's wraiths in this room. You can
If you
eat.
get up in here and help us, maybe I can give you a feather or two.
I'm coming. I'm so slow.
Oh my god, Sicken 2 is so bad. It's just so bad. It's slowed 1!
How long does this last?
You have to get rid of the Sicken to get rid of the slowed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm just gonna vomit all turn next time.
It's Sicken 2, so you'd have to do it twice.
That's what I mean, all turn.
Oof.
have to-
Dougie's
do you have-
up.
Do you have to make a save? Is that how it works?
Yeah, it's really hard. Oh, Dougie's gotten brave. Dougie, pick up Sharky and throw it.
I don't have any other. See, I think she's he or she. Trying it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
She's right next to you.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Sharky?
Yeah, Sharky's next to Dougie.
Oh, throw me at the boss. Hold on, let me transform into like a spear or something.
Fastball special.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Do that.
That's right.
You don't want flanking.
Can't attack, and
Oh.
I was thinking about that. What will happen if I go here? Is the boss will just go around you, and I don't know. That just
Trying to
slows
block
down.
him?
Yeah,
It's actually
that's
not a
what
bad
I'm trying
idea.
to do,
Yeah,
'cause I
it's hard to know
they're-
where he wants to
They're
go. We don't know.
fleeing, and as
Yeah.
far as they know, the place is burning down.
No, this is actually a good idea. This is a good idea. So you run up to him. You're trying to block him. There's doors to the north that's leading to that pit with the ochre jelly. There's a door to the west which is leading to the pickled punks and the stairwell up. And that's the only way that you know of to get out of here. So unless he decides to try to crawl up one of those chutes, which who knows, he might have the ability to do because he's pretty damn dexterous. So you're done. Hendrik goes. He sees you all, and he's not impressed.
Hello. We're not going anywhere, buddy.
Oh, hello.
You are under arrest. You're just adding to your charges.
He's not impressed by any of this. He decides to trip you all because he can. This will be funny as hell. Okay, he's gonna trip Lomang. It's like, get out of my way.
How does trip work? How does that work?
Oh, you don't want to know?
Very,
do wanna know.
very well.
I roll a 19, and you fall on the ground, and you take 1d6
Oh, wait,
points of
what is that?
damage.
What is that against?
Your reflex DC. What is your reflex?
My reflex DC?
It's your reflex
Yes.
plus 10.
Oh.
21.
21. He rolls a 33, so that is a critical success.
Ooh.
And you fall down and take
Now, what is that damage? Is that considered
4 points of damage.
Is that considered
Bludgeoning.
fall? Is it fall damage?
Bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning.
So it doesn't count as fall damage.
It does not
No,
count
no.
as fall
It is
damage.
bludgeoning damage.
It counts as him laughing as he trips you, and he basically body slams you onto the ground. Then he's going to
Yeah,
trip
he
Dougie.
judo you. He judos you.
Hmm.
Usually the judo move.
Judo chop!
I would like to point out that
Oh my
it is
god.
autumn, so all damage is fall damage.
Hello!
Wait, say it again?
I would
Say it
like to
again?
point out that it's still autumn, so all damage is fall damage.
Well, I don't know. He actually
Oh,
misses
man.
because Dougie has a reflex of 10. He might have a better reflex than the monk. So you have
Actually-
a 20 DC. He tries to trip you, it's 18. So somehow, Dougie, you resisted the trip.
Yeah, because he didn't roll a 19 against Dougie.
He rolls
That's
a
why.
9.
He rolled a 9.
He rolls a 9 against Dougie. But then he sees this, and
So, like-
he
Does this count as a separate attack, or?
Yeah, it's a separate attack. It's a -5. He has a -5. to that,
Okay,
so.
good.
He's running up to the ochre jelly, and he starts screaming at it. He's like, "Wake up! Wake up!" Gomez, you're really far away.
I know, but
He's
and also
directing
I
Memphis.
realized upsettingly.
Your fire. You're
Yeah,
setting. Oh wait,
I-
the fire is spreading more.
Here's a
Hold on.
firefighter.
You are a firefighter. This fire is spreading more again. This time, it is going.
By a
Go,
stada.
Method, go.
Go there. It's getting spread the whole southern wall, and now some of the bedding and everything is catching on fire.
Wow. All right. Well, that could change my idea. So I have two options, one in each hand. So GM, tell me, just for my assessment of situation, if I like a fire hose, just burn a hydraulic push along with the method. Can I just put that fire out, and that'll be my turn?
As long as you successfully make your attack, definitely.
Sure.
It is an attack spell. So I will say if you crit it, you can even put out even more than the method. So we'll see. But if you fail, you fail.
Okay. Cool. So all right. I'll roll a dice on that. I don't know what.
Got to
my-
be a low AC. right?
Literally.
Yeah. Oh, and also it's so frustrating. The Fleet Step scroll, that's also personal. I didn't realize that. So whatever.
Whatever.
That'll help me catch up after I'm done with this business.
Okay, so you pull out. We already had this scroll out, so you quickly read it
Yeah.
and try to put out the flames, I guess closest to you, and give me an attack roll against the wall.
Right.
18. You rolled an 8. Well, the good news is it's a wall, so it's not exactly very hard to hit. So good job. You hit the wall. It's not a critical success, but it's a success. Oh my god. I rolled a 1, and a 3 for damage, but I'll say that is enough to put out 5 squares. I'll say that goes to like there. So just that alcove is left as you're like
no.
you're like fire hose, and you're
that's
like
great.
putting all out. But then the water method can go over there.
Exactly.
You
So
spend
that's my
one action.
Right. So my last action, command the water method, go over there and finish the job.
Okay, well, guess what? I can't believe it happened, but you put out the fire. Look at that. The fire is out.
Wow. Nice job.
It did. It's good, but that's a really good RP win. But it came at a terrible price. It actually took me out of combat entirely for like 2 whole rounds.
But now that this place would have normally burned to the ground, we should be able to keep it
Right.
as our base.
I gotta say, with all the crimes, with that whole mechanic of like we get paid depending on how bad their crimes are, we own a country, considering what goes on in this place.
Yes.
Just another day in the life of a guard at Absalom. You know what? The guards seem to have more adventure than the adventurers, especially you, as you've gained, 3 levels in 2.5 days? It's, quite
This
impressive.
is like the supernatural bunker from season 8. Shout out to all my supernatural friends and
Low man, you
fans.
go. Get off the ground and
Both of
stop
them.
talking about supernatural.
Wait,
Both
do
of 'em.
ghosts and things even listen to this show? That's weird.
Supernatural's the best show ever. It's so good.
Oh, God. All right, enough about supernatural. You might finish it before the year 2022 at this
All right,
point.
I stand up.
Oh, stand up. That takes 4 actions, and you're done.
What?
All right, and then let's go. Let's get this.
Ooh.
I don't like that ochre jelly much.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Go there.
Go
I'm
there.
gonna go
Go
there.
Go
there.
there.
There you go. That's
Oh,
good.
that's a bad place to go.
Yeah, it's all bad. All right, I got attack.
Okay.
My third action, right? Get up, move, attack.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 0.
Doing the wrong thing, but I won't say anything. 20! That's pretty good.
Nope. We know it's not good.
You rolled a 9.
I know.
Here's
We know
the
what
thing.
we need to hit, so you don't have to give us the suspense.
I'm telling the audience.
Well, they know too at this point.
Well, you rolled a 9, though. You rolled a 2 for
I rolled a
9.
modified 9, yeah.
Basil, you're up.
I think we bled encounters.
Basil's going to stand up.
Oh, you weren't prone.
Oh, I was right. I didn't get the. I don't.
You didn't get prone. No, he attacked Lomang, made him prone, and damaged him. Dougie, he tried to make prone but missed, and then he ran over to the ochre jelly, and he's waking up the ochre jelly.
Basil, you should delay your action. Your turn. For me.
I think I know. If you're thinking what I'm thinking, I know what you're gonna do. And I'm not gonna get in your way. I was gonna get into flanking with Lomang, but no, what? I'll wait. I'll wait. It doesn't really impact it. So I'll delay and I'll wait for Dougie.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about Sharky getting in the way.
Sharky goes.
I'm coming. I'm gonna help.
So slow.
I don't feel good, but I also don't want to just sit here and vomit. Sharky is just gonna take 2 move actions until she can get to the door and see what's going on.
Dougie finally gets to go.
Okay. I am going to move here. And I am going to...
Next to the bad man.
Well, I'm going to run up and shove Hendrid into the pit.
Into
Yes.
the pit.
Yeah.
Oh boy, he's gonna pull you both with him when he goes.
Make it
Into the
so.
ochre jelly pit.
That's what I was hoping you were gonna do. That's why I delayed this.
So athletics check against the opponent's fortitude DC.
And I have a plus 12 to my athletics check.
Nice.
I know. Now you actually have a really good athletics check, so we'll see.
That's real good.
All right, so... And I assume I'm in a position where I can shove him into... I'm just going to go
Yes,
whatever
if you
corner.
success,
All right.
you push him back 5 feet.
Yeah.
You may want to think about hero pointing this roll.
Well, let's see.
Don't jinx it. Let him make his first roll first.
19.
Wow.
That was a 7.
Rolled a 7.
Hero
Oh,
point.
no.
Hero
Not
point.
even close.
Hero
You
point.
push him, and he's like,
God.
hey, don't push me. Don't push
Rewind.
me.
Hero.
If you try it again without a
Alright.
hero
Hero
point, it is a
point.
minus
I'm gonna
5. I'm just warning you.
I'm going to try it again with a hero point.
Hero point.
Jeez.
A little
10.
better.
I roll a 10.
Against
Yippee!
fortitude defense, maybe? Fortitude DC?
Well, it's fortitude
Well,
DC, but I'm
Here's
sure
what
it's
happens.
high.
You push him 5 feet. and you stride after him. He is on the edge. Is hanging over the edge towards the pit, and he's like, no! No!
He does not want to go in there, does he? You have another action, don't you?
All right, one more.
Do it.
Sumo him in there.
Shove. 20?
That's a 20.
That's pretty good.
I'll say it's enough because I give him a -2. I'm saying he's flat-footed because he's pushed over. So that's enough. So he will get to catch an edge.
Oh no. Okay, reflex
Oh,
save.
reflex. He makes it.
Well,
let me just tell you.
I know. Natural ones exist.
This guy's...
Nope.
Yeah, this guy's...
34.
Yeah,
Rolls
he
an
rolls...
18. He falls over, so he's catching an edge. So here's the thing. He's hanging there on the edge, literally with his hands. His cane and his sheath fall into the pit. He's like, no! And the ochre jelly is like snatches them up, is now fully awake. And Basil
Since I
is
shoved
up.
him,
Yes.
I shoved him, do I automatically move 5 feet and step on his fingers?
No, but Basil's up, and Basil.
Can I come up and
Okay.
step on his fingers?
Yes,
or-
you can. Yes, you can. You can try to. You can shove him or attack him. Attack his.
So I'm going to
fingers,
devise
whatever you
stratagem, and I'm going to attack him with the sword cane. Hopefully, like hitting him right in the face with the sword cane will make him
Yes.
fall in.
He lives and dies by the sword cane.
James Tiberius Kirk, search for Spox. I've had enough of you.
Yes.
Yes!
Oh, it's a crit!
It's a crit! Finally!
Wow.
I have had enough of you!
Awesome.
That's actually 18 points, and that's actually a lot of damage too. That's like the most damage you have ever done by far.
Eight.
and
Should
falling
be
damage.
26?
And falling damage if he falls.
Well, it's crit. That's already doubled, and then double sneak. So that's 10.
Oh,
plus
right.
Does that Alan Rickman
I
him?
did.
You Alan Rickman him, and he falls down into the pit, and this is where it gets bad.
Oh no.
So he falls into the pit, and he's like, "No, no!" Now the ochre jelly has woken up, and he realizes the error of his mistake.
Yeah. You
and
never wake up on ochre jelly.
You never wake up an elite ochre jelly.
Ooh.
It's actually not even an ochre jelly; it's an elite ochre jelly.
How deep is the pit?
15 feet. And then you guys
that's not very
realize a few things. You realize, first of all, he's in trouble because he's automatically flat-footed. This thing attacks him. Oof, that's bad. Hits him. Oh, what do you know? Well, my own attacks against my own creatures do amazing amounts of damage because I'm now attacking myself. So he immediately takes 14 points of damage.
Plus 10 acid? No.
And falling damage.
Oh, and falling damage. He also takes...
Although it was a soft landing.
Yeah,
So-
but
The
it's...
the ochre jelly cushioned the landing. With acid.
So he takes 5 from falling. He drops all of his stuff. The ochre jelly's already eating all of that stuff, although it can't eat it, which is good because someone might
magic.
actually want that cane afterwards. He falls in. He's immediately flat-footed to this thing. It attacks him and does...
Now we summon the arrow elemental. When your monsters are attacking other monsters that you're controlling, you can take a few seconds on this one.
I was
This is
hoping...
highly complicated, probably.
Yeah, John, I was hoping you or Chris was going to do that because I couldn't because my strength's 10. So I
Yeah,
couldn't
he
do
actually takes 6 points of acid damage as well. He's looking pretty bad. The ochre jelly grabs him automatically, and you see him start getting engulfed in this thing, and he's screaming, "No!
it.
No!"
If this guy weren't a serial killer, I'd feel bad about this, but
It's like, I have been hoisted on my own petard. Oh no, no, the agony, I am being dissolved. Oh, I guess this is what it felt like for all those victims I sent to this horrible death. I guess it's justice for my horrible actions.
Does he
Not
really say that?
Because I'm crazy.
Wow.
Oh.
That's a pretty long death
Let him
speech.
monologue a little. Let him monologue a little.
That is a lot.
Is Gomez up?
Hey, no, that actually, the ochre jelly gets one more attack. Here
my
we go.
God.
Oh yeah, look at that. 17. Oh, I rolled max damage against myself and almost max damage. Holy crap, I missed maximum damage
Hear that?
by 1.
Steven's playing with himself.
Ha!
Hey now.
You're the one who said.
Spicy.
You know, it's our duty to save him as cops of the city.
I'm getting my crossbow ready. Good.
No. You need to throw a rope down him, and so he can climb out.
Well, there's that
Use
hook. There's that
arrow.
like basket thing. We could try to let him grab that.
Okay,
Yeah.
he has 2 hit points left.
He ain't gonna last long down there.
He is engulfed in this thing. He's up, and he says to you as he's dying, he's like, I regret nothing. I wish I killed more people.
Yeah.
I regret nothing. And then he like dissolves. It's like,
That's true. There would have been ongoing acid potentially.
Yeah.
he's dead.
I regret I used preservatives.
Gomez, I presume, are you just gonna run back? What are you gonna do?
I say, you have done well, Silothysical the Embittered, Rhyme Lord of the Eternal Chill, Lord of Icicles. You are dismissed. Go home and do good works. And I dismiss my my elemental. Apparently, Memphis take like these long, ridiculous names and had a bunch of examples. It's hilarious.
Nice.
Okay, so I dismiss my elemental, and I spend all my movement to try and catch up. Oh, I'm smart. I go through the other door.
Hello, Mang, you're up. You hear him in his last death throes. Here's the thing. That ochre jelly, Basil and Dougie are looking over watching it, and then you realize, this thing's going to come after us next. So,
Yeah, maybe we should probably close all the doors and like let it go back to sleep.
what do you do?
That's what I think.
Sing a lullaby.
Yeah, I don't think we want to fight this. Let's. I think we should retreat. So,
I tend to agree.
Yeah.
so I'm gonna retreat to the south.
And clearly, it can't totally get out of the pit on its own, but it certainly could attack us at the edge.
Yeah, I wanted to shoot.
Oh,
him
we
with
can get out of the
crossbow.
pit.
It
Oh,
can?
yeah, then we definitely want to
yeah.
retreat so
Yeah.
that Gomez is in the room by himself by the time it's the...
It is actually interesting because Sharky is incredibly slow. Can you lift up Sharky?
So Sharky's not in the room yet.
Yeah, but if we're gonna get chased by a monster,
No, we're gonna close the door.
We
and
got
stop
doors.
it.
We got
okay,
doors.
all right.
We have door
I'm gonna-
technology.
I need to.
Door technology.
I'm gonna go there and like try and figure out how this door closes.
You can close it. It's easy.
Okay.
You can
Secret
figure
door.
it out.
All right.
Sharky's
You
up.
generally just
No, you don't
push
want to
the
close
door.
that door. You don't
All
want
right,
to close that
Sharky
door.
wants to get rid of the
Not yet.
sickness. I'm tired of being slow. What is it? Fort saves?
Yes.
Fort save number 1. 19.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. But you are minuses. You have so many minuses because you're sickened too.
I am sickened too, so it's actually a 17, I guess.
So you do
Fail.
not make it. You
Oh.
fail.
29
That
for the
makes
second
it,
one.
that
That's a
makes it.
27 total.
Yeah,
okay.
that makes it. So you.
So that'll get rid of one of the sickened.
Second
All right.
one. You're like blah, and up out of Sharky's belly, you
Oh,
see
gross.
half dissolved pickle punks
Oh,
and
no.
other things coming
no.
out. It's all over the floor.
There's nothing worse than a sickened mimic.
A sick
And
mimic?
ironically, the ochre jelly is
horrific.
excited by that. The
Oh,
ochre
the
jelly
ochre
was-
jelly's like, it's like, oh my god, this is terrible. You have a sick mimic and an ochre jelly, and they're
Oh.
going to be like,
I wonder if they sound like cats when they vomit. I was like,
Doggy, you're watching this.
All right.
Half of you was fascinated by watching this thing dissolve him. The other half of you realizes this thing is only 15 feet away from you and can probably move and then grab you and then start eating
I
you.
realize that.
In about
I
6 seconds.
realize that. Okay, so that plan is so... That I formulated that plan last turn. So, as I'm running, I yell, Gomez, if you can summon an air elemental, send it down there to collect any magic items or any of that guy's items before we leave. And I'm going to run. Okay, that's one move.
I didn't expect you to go that way, but okay.
Well, we've got 2 doors to close down here. They're still
Kind
open.
of sorry I dismissed my water elemental now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't. I guess I can get through this way.
you can make it.
Okay. I don't know if I can close the doors.
can't, not yet.
Okay. All right.
Basil, you also see this as you're both leaning over, like, cool, man. Uh-oh, time to go.
Basil waves goodbye to the sword cane.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I'm gonna get out of the room for now. I mean,
Get out of there. All right, you're out of there. Hendrik goes, and Hendrik, well, none of you see this, except Gomez is next to it, and he hears the last dying breaths as he is crushed to death and dissolved, and Sharky hears the bones snapping and starts to drool, thinking, oh, yummy, yummy bone marrow. Yum, 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 yum.
Oh, that sounds so good.
And then you hear splashing because the pit was filled with water, and Gomez thinks, probably have about one round before this thing starts leaving its little pit and starts searching for more food. Gomez, you're up.
Oh yeah, time for fleet step. I cast fleet step for myself, and I run like a bat out of hell.
Fleet step. Feats don't fail me now.
Exactly. Goodbye.
It's like one of those cartoons, like, and it's like it's just like moving as fast as possible through the pickled punk's room. All right, I'm going to speed this up because I will say that you are able to quickly close the doors, and the ochre jelly, although it is pretty strong, but the good news is Lomang and Dougie are just as strong as this thing. And I'll say you're able to hold it off because it can't get through the doors. It actually
Well, they have locks.
and they have
the doors have locks. Yeah.
Yeah, it actually can't get through. It's as amazingly powerful as they are.
That makes sense.
And
It would have been designed that way because it's a
exactly.
dangerous animal.
Yeah, you can't just let it run rampant. Yeah,
Exactly.
gotta
It's
be
actually
contained.
designed to be kept in that room. So it sort of bangs against the doors as Sharky is continuously vomiting up undead monstrosities half digested. And Basil sees many, many feathers get barfed up, all mostly dissolved, and realizes he does not want those back.
He did not even notice.
Who knows where Gomez is? But Sharky is feeling better after about a minute of that, and then you hear it go real quiet. And here's the best news of all: Basil remembers that ochre jelly only dissolves.
In peanut butter.
That's correct.
That's really funny.
It doesn't dissolve. It's ochre jellies. You freaking messed me up for this. Ochre jellies only dissolve flesh, not bone, not stone, not wood, or
Not magic items.
magical weapons and leather and other magical items on his body. And then you remember there was a hook and
there was that basket. And it's
right.
like, well, this is where stepping outside the game for this is adventurer versus cop, because we shouldn't be cop. We shouldn't really be thinking let's get the weapons and armor, but at the same
Not
time,
bone, not blood, flesh. Only flesh.
But you do have to get all the evidence.
That's true. It is evidence, and maybe there's like papers in his armor that were preserved.
Oh, we're taking
have
it
no
all.
idea.
No, we're taking it all.
You're
We're
taking it
totally
all.
taking it all.
I actually have another lawyer that can let us get all of the loot without having to fight the monster. If you want to go fast.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we go back in after it's settled down, we would have a couple rounds to actually retrieve the stuff before it noticed us.
We saved the hotel. I mean,
Yeah, well, for all intents and purposes, you can clear. I mean, there's only one thing left that's deadly in this hotel, and that's literally one or two traps in this thing. At this point, you can call it a day and go back and
All right.
worry about it.
Right.
We can do that next time.
Yes, please.
And I mean, I would like Vanessa if you wanted to come back just to go back to. I thought we'd finish quicker because I'm like, how long can one boss fight take? And
No, it takes forever.
3 hours. That's how long you can take.
Yeah, it takes forever. Especially when everyone's rolling less than 10.
Well,
yeah.
when everyone's
Yeah.
rolling literally a 5, like 10 rounds in a row, like
Mhm.
it was to the point of. I mean,
I only got one roll above, like in the teens.
I know, and you had one roll above 10.
I know.
So not
brutal.
even in the teens, above 10.
Yeah.
And John didn't get anything. I mean, John hit once. I mean, John's rolls were atrocious, but
But
Dougie takes a vow.
Don't eat, but
It's very hard to miss that many times. In a
When
row.
it counted, he was able to do it.
But when it
again.
counted, it mattered.
Oh, brother.
What? It never
It's like
ends.
it's just the overtime. My God, we need to start a union,
It's
man.
a lot of work. You were doing good.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat, Agents of Edgewatch. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com. You can also find us and play various games on our Discord channel at discord.rollforcombat.com.